Hey, everybody. Welcome to a live stream of the Tigers and Mariners ALDS Game 1 as George Kirby takes the mound. We'll be watching along. Here's alongside me Joe making his official podcast debut, one of our staff members over at Tiger Mound Report. Chris will be along shortly. He's out and about. I think we'll have Uper on at some point too. But yeah, it's going to be Sean. Good to see you in the chat. And yeah, it's going to be a series. I was just talking to Joe about this earlier. It's just going to be the Mariners do so everything. They do everything well. So they hit lefties well. They hit righties well. I mean, no Brian Wu in the series, but Joe, I think Seattle can still come up about this.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. They got a deep pitching staff, both in the rotation and in the bullpen. Their lineup is deep, and we were just talking about it. Really doesn't matter if you're right-handed or left-handed against them. They've been solid against both, so it's going to be a tough series.
Yeah, it is going to be a tough series. And Toronto, by the way, punching New York in the mouth, 10-1. I was not expecting that. I mean, I think that the big thing about Toronto is that their pitching, their starting pitching has been getting bombarded with injuries. Saw that Barrios is out, and they just keep on. And the offense kind of struggled down the stretch a little bit, but Toronto came out and New York played Toronto pretty tough all season long too. So I mean, the season series had Toronto winning it, of course, but in the last few weeks, though, it seemed like New York was trying to figure out Toronto a little bit.
Yeah, I couldn't believe how good of a year Toronto had. I remember kind of looking at them before the season and thinking that they'd be somewhere around 500, and then they just took off. And New York, I know that they struggled for a little bit, but they came on strong at the end of the year too. I was shocked about that score today. I have always and maybe it's because we're Tigers fans and we got burnt by the long layoff. I think in 2006 and maybe 2012. um, so I've always been a little bit of a believer in that, in the layoff kind of hurting teams offensively. But you wonder if with these new batting cages and the with velocity, you wonder if it's as big of a deal now as it was back then.
Yeah, that's a good point, and you can kind of simulate that element more of the real game. I mean, but I still think no matter what, to a certain, you can simulate things more and more. But I still think a real game, the adrenaline, everything, the crowd adds an element that simulation can't do. I mean, maybe you can pipe in noise or what have you, but definitely it does help when you have the ability to have Ichiro throwing balls out from right field too. Which
Yeah,
Ichiro is still. I feel like Ichiro can help out a lineup still at this point. But a couple guys to watch for Seattle outside of the big dumper Cal Raleigh is Randy Ozarena, and there was a swing and miss there by Kirby to Torres. This is a guy who's playoff Randy is a giant pain in the ass, and I think he could be a pain in the ass for the Tigers this series. So we'll see how this goes. But Kirby looking maybe 150 pounds soaking wet, and then there's another swing and miss, and he gets strikes out towards a 99 up, and he is jazzed up, ready to go. And yeah, the Mariner, like I was telling you earlier, Seattle fans are pretty. It's a pretty dedicated bunch out there. So we'll see what
yeah, I've
happens.
been noticing that online. They're a confident bunch, and they should be too. They got a tough team.
Let's see what Carpenter does here against Kirby. Because it showed a home run earlier from the year, and his ball one. And Kirby's just hitting a 99. I'm more nervous for Melton a little bit because this is a big ask. I mean, you want to have a split. You have Scooble going tomorrow, and I mean, if they come out and hit 4 for 8 lifetime against Kirby, wow, that was a nice slider there from Kirby. Uh, Asking a lot for Melton to go out game one, but if they can split, then I feel confident with the Tigers coming back to game 3 and 4. But Seattle, then again, I mean, Seattle did master Tigers pretty well at Comerica earlier this year.
Yeah, I think no matter where the game's at, it's going to be tough. Um, we were talking before this started about not only is their starting rotation deep, but their bullpen's deep too, and their lineup. essentially has no holes. So it's going to be tough whether it's in Seattle or at Detroit. But I agree, splitting the first two would be huge.
Yeah, I agree with you there. R1 versus J4. Melton needs a good solid three at least, and he let the bullpen do the rest. And Kirby with back-to-back strikeouts to start the game. And looks like a two-seamer there. It looked like down the pipe.
There you go, Riley.
Yeah, I love that home plate view when they show the close-up like that.
Yes.
That's really cool. So for those watching us at home, by the way, we have like I figured out a way to embed the MLB game tracker app on here. So all right, there we go. All right, now I've seen it here. You're ahead of me a little bit there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I wondered about that.
yeah.
I'll
No,
make sure I keep that in mind.
as, so Sean wants to know: has Kirby been very undisciplined this year against right-handers? Let's see.
Yeah, I had his splits up earlier this year. He is definitely better. He is definitely better against right-handers than he is left-handers. I can find that out in 2 seconds.
All right. Adam, thanks for watching us from Erie. By the way, I'm speaking of Erie, all things Erie. I have the Seawolves shirt on right now. So yeah, we have the ball, we have the game tracker app on. I have the TV on to my right here. The TV is on a little bit of a delay, so I don't know how people. I don't know how people are people listening to the game or however they are consuming content this evening. But if you are and you're watching with us, thank you for doing that. So we'll be sticking around for quite a bit. Like I said, Chris will be on momentarily. He's out and about. Kind of last minute idea. Somebody asked we're going to do a live feed during the playoffs, and we did this during the minor league playoffs. And of course, we can't show the game because obviously we get sued into existence. But this is something you would do anyways. I mean, we were tweeting and like talking to a bunch of friends in here. Yeah, Delta. Yeah, let's go Tigers. Yay, baseball. Nothing like the playoffs. Absolutely. October baseball is a good thing. There's a picture of me somewhere in wood paneling circa 1984 with my dad holding me, and they're watching the World Series among, Torkelson strikes out. Oh, boy. Somewhere. I was asking my sister if she could find the picture, but it's a classic. Everybody was just crowded in the basement. Wow, that looks packed in their Seiko Field. Thank you, Sean. Appreciate you watching along with us down in Nashville. Yeah. I'm sure it might be cool. It might be milder in Nashville than it was in Detroit today. Today was a nice balmy 85 degrees. Oh, all right. Now I saw that. I mean, that was a little high there, Torque, but that will, yeah, problematic. Yeah, that looked like it was a ball. You're down in Ohio. You're in Columbus. No, you're not in Columbus, are you?
I am.
Oh, you're in Columbus. Yep. So what's the weather down there today?
It was like the low 80s. It wasn't too bad. I hope I didn't make anyone just turn this off because I'm from Ohio.
Nah. No, we have what should we call it? Colin, one of our staff. Yeah, Colin is from Toledo, or
oh, okay.
Yeah, so he's going down. I think he's at I think he's at Ohio University. Yeah, I think he's at Ohio University now. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, I pulled up George Kirby splits versus left-handers, 731 OPS, and versus right-handers, let's see, 650. I think like 646 OPS, so pretty significant splits for him.
There you go.
Rogelio, were you surprised that the Tigers didn't decide to open with Herter or Holton? I something that I was thinking about, but I think it does kind of make sense to open with Melton.
You know what? I honestly thought, I think Jerry thought this too, that perhaps we were going to open with Montero because he was well rested. But no, I'm not surprised because I think they're going to have all their horses ready to go. And I think they're going to have to have all their horses ready to go. And I think they're going to have to have all their horses ready to go. And I think they're going to have to have all their horses ready to go. And I think they're going to have to have all their horses ready to go. And I think they're going to have to have all their horses ready to go. And I think they're going to have to have all their horses ready to go. And I think they're going to have to have all their horses ready to go. And I think they're going to have to have all their horses ready to go. And I think they're going to have to have all their horses ready to go. And I think they're going to have to have all their horses ready to go. And I think they're going to have to have all their horses ready to go. And I think they're going to have to have all their horses ready to go. And I think they're going to have to have all their horses ready to go. And I think they're going to have to have all their horses ready to go. And I think they're going to have to have all their horses ready to go. And I think they're going to have to have all their horses ready to go. And I think they're going to have to have all their horses ready to go. And I think they're going to have And if Melton does struggle, you can see perhaps getting that like short little quick hook there by Hinch to put those guys in anyway. And
Absolutely.
and Crazy Bird, Crazy Brad. He said 2 bad calls already by the ump. And hopefully, problematic. I hope that zone gets that same zone for Melton. Hopefully, it's consistent there. Um, Adam, Joe wants to know: have you ever been to Erie?
Have I ever?
Yep.
I've never been to Erie. I would love to go, but I have never been there.
Okay.
Is it nice?
Yeah, I like Erie a lot. Actually, Erie gets a bum rap for being like like a kind of a Pennsylvania town, kind of like Rust Belt kind of thing. But I personally, Erie's fine by me.
Yeah, I've seen you guys. I've seen you guys there several times. I think it's so cool that you guys are like so close with Greg Gagne and those guys. It seems like a really cool relationship that you have with those guys.
Yeah, I can actually call Greg my friend, and it's really cool that you have that, And so Melton
That
first
is,
pitch, and Rosarena. The guys are like I said, it's going to be Melton already coming through at 97 there. Four seam, slider, sinker, cutter, splitter curve. And it was funny too watching Melton is very, very like just cold, like very laid back, and it was funny when at one point when Valencia took over the home run lead for the Tigers minor leagues, he goes up to me, he's like, Rogelio, Tiger, he goes, home run king. And he was talking about how well Valencia performed in Erie, and he follows around with the minor leagues a lot too. So,
that's
oh,
really cool.
Dodgers are up
Yeah.
5-5. Oh man, 5-3 Dodgers in the seventh. Oh boy.
I do like Troy Melton's attitude. I think that he has the right attitude to pitch in October. It seems like stuff doesn't really get to him too much. He seems loose. I like his mound presence. I know it didn't work out in Cleveland the other day, but that that doesn't mean it won't work out tonight.
Yeah. And this is the little bit of rust. They got as our one says, gotta take the big dump out. Gotta take a big dump out. So let's see.
So Cal Raleigh just swung and missed at a splitter, and I was checking out the Mariners today, and they have positive run values. Like eight of their nine starters tonight have positive run value against the fastball, and at least 6 or 7 of them have it also against curveballs, sliders, and change ups. But the only pitch that they seem to not have the most success against is the splitter. So it'll be interesting to see if Melton uses that a little bit more tonight.
That splitter has looked dandy so far. That was, but we have some audio for Kyle Riley here.
Home this win for your team.
That was the best dump of my career.
Yeah, that's good there. In play, no out. I don't want to know what that means. He singles. Okay, well,
Yeah, it feels like you'll take that.
yeah. It's moral victories. It's just
Yeah.
But no, he should win MVP this year. I know that there's kind of a New York bias when it comes to certain things. I know Aaron Judge had a season and yada yada, but what Cal Raleigh did with his split and all season long being consistent, I mean, yeah. And Sean would have put it 98 inside. That wasn't the worst thing that could happen. Go ahead, Joe. I'm sorry.
No. Yeah. With what Cal Raleigh did at the plate combined with his defense at catcher, that's like almost that's invaluable. And I know that I where did they finish in Fangraphs WAR this year? I think that Aaron Judge might have finished a little bit ahead, but I feel like they still have a hard time kind of quantifying how valuable it is to have a good catcher that's good on both sides of the ball. And then the fact that he hit 60 home runs this year, I mean, I don't know how he is an MVP. And I know Aaron Judge could have had a huge year too, but
Ooh, that looked like he was out. What do you guys think? Oh no, never mind. He stepped right. I don't know. Melton's like, ooh. I thought he was. It looked like he was. Yeah, that was
so
close.
what's the count for you on your side, Rogelio?
As far as count, you mean?
Yeah, is it one? Are you looking at 1-0, or
I'm
are you
looking.
looking
I'm looking at 1-0 right now against Josh
at?
Naylor.
Okay, yeah, I'm a little bit ahead of you. So,
Okay.
like I said, I'll keep that in mind.
Okay. Well, I know they're. I'm paying attention to the game. Paying attention to the game day feed we have up here as well. So I'm trying to multitask here. So I have the right screen. So to my right, I have the game on my other screen, and then we have the game app here, and then I have a bowl of popcorn as well. Try to like I said, multitask. Those are some nice shoes there by Naylor, who I'm
Yeah,
sure is happy he's out of Cleveland.
yeah.
Sean with the we're excited to get Naylor to get at 230 million from Artie Moreno and never be heard from again. There's a walk to Naylor. That's not good.
Yeah, I don't love that either. I was a little nervous I'd be able to join in time. My son was kind of on one tonight. He was not wanting to go to bed.
It's always that fun at that age.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Yeah, thank you, Steve, for watching at home. Thank you for everybody.
Yeah.
So how does it appear? Oh, you know what? The feed doesn't even come up. Yeah, thank you, Steve, for watching at home. Okay, so you know what? We can get rid of this because this doesn't come up at all. Let's see here, studio mode. Let's see, okay. So we have plenty of room to work with because this doesn't work. So, all right. So what we're going to do is put this on. Then I'm going to do is bring up my old, see here, where's the banners at? Add new layer. Media files. What just happened? Oh, they got them out. Okay, all right, cool. All right. Media files. Okay.
That's got to feel good for Troy Melton to get out of that inning.
Oh yeah. No, that could have been a lot worse, and no real damage. Not even that fly ball didn't look like it was, to me, hardly hit at all or hard. So yeah, it's a good first inning, and we'll continue to keep things. So your second inning, let's just put. All right, so let's put this up. All right. Alright, that's gonna be trashed. Whew. Yeah, everybody's gonna. Like I said, I think this whole series, everybody's just gonna be doing a lot of, whew, like.
Yeah.
Like I said, you know what? Let's talk about the Cleveland series for a moment, Joe. I think it was a series where I think just the fact that they beat Cleveland, I let alone Cleveland was not a good team. They had no business being there. I really thought that the entire time, and that's what made it frustrating. It really made that whole series frustrating. It was just. I think if it was anybody else, I think I would have been not as angry, but I felt relieved after they won.
I felt extreme relief after they won as well. I was just so nervous about their bullpen, and I know that they're missing Class A, but I just and there's something about them every game. It's either they beat us by a run or they're in it the entire game. And I don't know if it's like if it's because of how much contact they make, or it just seems like they get all the breaks against the Tigers. So yeah, I was with you in feeling that relief when they won.
Yeah, I will say the other thing about too is that even Cleveland fans knew, were like, what are we doing here? What are we doing? They even knew. I mean, it was, you know, but you know, but you're in Ohio, you're in Columbus, so I'm sure the sentiment down there was, or do they even care about Cleveland or the Guardians at all down there in the state capital?
Um, that's a good question. I think I think that it's probably an even split between Reds and Indians fans. That would be my guess. So I don't know. I didn't hear from too many people, but like I work from home and I don't really I'm not really out and about to hear to hear much more than that. But I would say that it's probably a pretty even split between Reds and Indians fans, Reds and Guardians fans here.
By the way, I love this comment here from Sean. Does anybody know how much Class A and Ortiz had in the money line? And there's Colt Keith. That's okay. That's you know what? This is why Colt Keith's back in the lineup, folks. This is what excites me right here is that he is back, and he is definitely with the rib injury. When I got a chance to talk to him right when it happened, and he had a brace. So essentially, he had the brace on the in his rib cage. So that's what was going on there with that, and it's really, really frustrating to watch.
Yeah, yeah, that was. I felt like that was such a big blow, since it happened so long ago, it kind of I haven't been thinking about it as much. But the Reese Olson injury, I mean, he'd be pitching right now, you know. So that was a big blow too. But at least Colt's back in the lineup tonight.
Yeah, that postseason career. I mean, it was something that Evan Petzel of the Detroit Free Press wrote about the advantage that the Tigers have with Hinch as a manager versus Seattle, and that's going to be definitely play. And I know that people were getting really kind of questioning why is Perez batting third, and then there we are. It doesn't matter because the Tigers were able to. The one hit he did get was the most effective, and I was looking down at the bench, and it's just you're going to put Malloy in that situation, and I don't know, between him and Dan, like he's going to outmanage Dan Wilson. So yes,
Yeah.
So go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, you're good. Go ahead. Sorry, I'm gonna grab some more popcorn.
I was just gonna say, sometimes it's hard to understand some of the lineup decisions, but can you imagine how much goes into that from the analytics department? And I'm sure that AJ has the ultimate call, but I can't imagine how much data goes into how they choose the lineup on that particular day. You know, whether it's um, like the pitcher's angle and how the Tigers players' swings match up with that angle. You know, how they match up against his pitch mix. I feel like the Tigers do have a good analytics department. I mean, there's no way of knowing for sure, but I think that when the lineups do come out, I generally trust that there's a really solid reason for it. Long story short.
Yeah, that makes a big difference. That's by the way, it's funny. Sean goes, "That's Coast. That's Coast of Days Roaring featuring Chris Brown, Evan Petzel to you, sir. Absolutely.
Yeah, hasn't that been awesome?
Yeah, it is. Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, and I like what our one said here. Like, yeah, it's past is the past, and that's all it is to it. The Tigers are here at this point, so now hopefully the key to this series is scoring with runners in scoring position. As simple as it sounds, Joe, it
No,
wasn't the
it's
case
so
at
true.
all.
It's so true. It was getting to the point where it felt statistically impossible how bad the Tigers were doing with runners in scoring position.
Let's see, McKinstry here does like a random bunt does a little, like I said, the fundamentals. I know Hinch doesn't like bunting, but hey, it pays off. You know,
Yeah,
seeing Parker Meadows being Parker Meadows playing like he did in Grand Rapids with the Whitecaps, it's classic.
yeah. I saw that interview that you guys had up with him from back in the day. That was really cool.
It was our first interview, and I remember it was the same day we talked to then Westcap manager Lance Parrish, and that was like, yeah, it was all on the same day too. It was just his office was like a room or two over, so it was all they've expanded greatly with that. So ZMAC,
Yeah, I'm sure it's been really interesting to see some of the changes in the facilities over the years since you guys go so often. And been doing it for a while now.
yeah, it was funny talking to Max Clark about the way they changed left field too. How much of a difference that made when balls started going to the right, and how much that affected the offense. And so, and he spoke really intelligently about it. And it was just really Max Clark is such a he knows the game so well, and just sitting there, you can pick his brain about anything when it comes to even some of the metric stuff. And it's really good to see a young player like that be that involved.
Yeah, I'm really excited about Max Clark.
Damn it, slider away. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I was I was right there with you.
Sorry, it's fourth strikeout.
Oh wow.
Yeah, you're right. You hung that one over.
I like it when Javi is focused on hitting the ball the other way. I know that he can run into one every once in a while, but I really like it when he's lo- hitting the ball to right field.
Yeah, and he did exactly what he gave. Cleveland just gave him that side, and he worked with it, and that was a key part of the series. Cleveland kept giving him the right side. He's like, "All right, cool. I'll just go that way,"
Yep.
and that worked out really well.
Speaking of that, I feel like Max Clark does that too. He goes the other way really well.
Yeah,
Uh, yeah, I feel like there's a few guys that Tigers fans should be really excited about.
he gets the ball. He gets the ball. He gets the runner over. There's two outs. Yeah, and Brandon. Yeah, I think they need to. I think they're over aggressively swinging too much right now. But so Sean, does he come off Max Clark performative, as some scouts said at times? He seems comfy in his own skin. I think he's comfy in his own skin. I think he really. I think when we started seeing more him getting challenged in area a little bit, I think he's still too selective on his pitch watch, what he takes. But Max Clark is, after talking to him a couple times, really comfortable in his own skin. I really believe that, and I think he started playing up to the level better. They ran into a buzzsaw against Binghamton. Binghamton was one of the best teams we've seen all season, and for a good reason. And honestly, I think he's fine. I think he does seem like he's very into. He knows a lot about the game. Like I said, the little things in the game. But as far as performative goes, I mean, sometimes like when he comes up with a throw, there was a throw in the series against Binghamton where he came up and like threw a little while. But other than that, and that's all in due time. It's just a young player kind of thing. But I think he is well aware of who he is, how he's going to approach things at the plate. But baseball acumen, like just his knowledge and everything, is uncanny.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people super disappointed that we didn't that the Tigers didn't draft Wyatt Langford, and he has been great, and I think that it's totally fair, but I think let's give it a few more years and see what Max Clark looks like when he gets up to Detroit.
Yeah. So it's a 2-2 count here. Let's see what happens. I know I saw on Game Tracker what happens, and now I have to see it firsthand. And this is chance, like I said, for the Tigers to score early, I think that's kind of like the snake offense. They'll kind of suffocate them a little bit, and that's what they have to do against everybody. Oh, what the hell was that? Come on. That was some, really? The high strike zone, that's the high strike zone. That's going to be the case. So, yeah, problematic. I didn't realize how high that was. Let me see here. Just above his thigh. Just above his, I don't know. Could have followed that. Should have followed that off. I don't know. Yeah, you're right, Mitchell. He's gonna get they're gonna get 3 inches off the zone there. So no score after hitting the bottom of the second. Go ahead, Joe. I'm sorry.
No, I was just going to say that was a tough one. I don't understand how a major leaguer ever makes contact with the ball. So anytime someone strikes out, it is disappointing. But like I went to the batting cages the other day for the first time in probably, I don't know, 10 years. And unfortunately, the slowest that I could find was 70 miles an hour, and it felt like 150. I just do not understand how those guys are able to hit major league pitching.
When they started dropping curveballs, when they started going like that, and I think it was like my freshman, sophomore year, and I started hearing the ball sizzle right by my eye. That was like, and I got hit. I think it was like my sophomore year. I got hit by a 75-mile-an-hour ball to the elbow. It hurt like the rest of the summer. I was like, dude, I couldn't do this. So yeah, I mean, the thing is that what was it? Oh, I remember. I was like Derek Jeter was talking about how he could see the stitches on the ball, and that's like I'm saying. Like, there's a certain kind of vision with these guys they can see, and so much respect for everybody that can do that. Because you're right, especially a slider that is you're a left-handed hitter and it's breaking away from you on the right. Even get a barrel on that. Oof.
I know. And then I think that almost the most unfair pitch is a changeup or a splitter. Because it's like you're expecting the ball to be coming, a certain speed, and then all of a sudden it's just not. And I don't understand it, but I guess that's why they're big major leaguers.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see if they let Melton. So we're already on batter number 6. Be interesting to see if they let him go through the lineup again, or if they just want him to get through once. You would think. I guess it all depends on what happens to the next couple hitters.
Yeah, I you know what? I think they're gonna play it by ear. I think for Hinch, it's just if Seattle against. I mean, I think the bottom of the order for Seattle is I'm not necessarily concerned with. It's really trying to get to the top of the order. I mean, Suarez is batting right now. You should be always concerned about it, but yeah, it's just going to be how the Tiger or how Melton adjusts to the zone. So he's already he got Suarez out, so he grounds out to first. So there you go. There's one out.
Great. It's a great start.
Yeah. So whoever you rooted for college football-wise, hopefully they won today. I know Michigan State lost. Michigan beat Wisconsin. And, I don't know, are you an Ohio State fan? I mean, if you are, Joe, that's fine.
No, I actually am not. I'm not. Baseball is really the main sport I follow, and I like the NBA also. I'm not really much into football.
Okay.
Yeah, so
save yourself some sanity. I totally understand.
Yeah, save myself some hate from the people in the chat.
Nah, I'm sure. Yeah, I mean, we have. I think we have a good amount of baseball fans. Ooh, there we go. Strikeout. Nice strikeout there. So yeah, it depends. I mean, not everybody's a football fan. So if we ask everybody in the chat, I'm sure Sean.
Yeah.
Go blue. Look, I would say Bryce looks like the real deal as a quarterback. I mean, 14 drop passes by the team this year. Melton already like 97, 98. This is a good sign, and this is where the advanced scouting is something that Chris pointed out. I'll get all the props to Chris here. The Mariners and Tigers don't play each other minor league wise at all.
Oh yeah,
So this gives the Tigers an advantage here with Melton going on the mound.
yeah, and he's got huge extension. I think he's in maybe like the 86th percentile, according to the Statcast. So they're seeing him for the first time. He's got a unique, uh, you know, drive down the mound, and he does kind of have a funky arm slot too. So yeah, I would imagine it would be tough to see him for the first time.
Yeah, and yeah, I think the IVB on the. I think you're right, Sean. Is and his fastball it looks up. I think he's right about that. We'll double check that here in a second. As he gets a full count on Victor Robles here.
Rogelio, you have anything on Melton seemed like he got so much better from the time that he was drafted to now, and you got any insight on that?
Yeah, so I was talking to Jeff Pontus about this, and Pontus from Baseball America. Last year he struggled against, and his biggest thing was for him to get to the next level, and this always happens too with a lot of guys. The adjustment to Double A. We saw this with Madden. We definitely saw this with Melton. You have to neutralize lefties, and he didn't do that last year. And then he started kind of throwing more of a cutter, and the slider started playing up better, and that was it from there. And Melton made himself unique by his. Ooh, okay, no, that was a nice. Excuse me, swing there by Robles. Once he was able to neutralize lefty, I think what the Tigers liked about him early on was the big arm, and that's what that they played up to it, and they kind of fine tuned a little bit. And there we go. He started getting that fourth pitch going with his the changeup and the slider better, and it was always fastball slide. I'm sorry, it was always fastball. He threw kind of a cutter, but then the slider started getting better, and we started neutralizing lefties. That what's made him different. So, if you start throwing, look, I will say I don't mind him not throwing 100 right now. I'd rather him keep it 97, 98 with velocity and movement. His fastball's been moving quite a bit tonight, and you talk about the extension there. It is cool, Walter, because he was last year at this point in Double A. I think it was shut down. I think it was shut down last year. He had a rough first year in Double A, but again, adjusting and making those, it takes some time, and it is good to see the progress for him. And he's the best arm they have right now, and they really don't have a lot of other options right now. And Melton, I know Hinch was a big fan of Melton ever since he got to Erie, and even before that in West Michigan too.
Yeah, I remember hearing you guys talking about that, and that was really encouraging. Because he doesn't need to talk about the guys that aren't in the big leagues, But I have a feeling he has a pretty good idea of what's going on down there.
Absolutely, he was watching the minor leagues even when he was on the West Coast. So he's a good teammate. Everybody loves him. So top of the order will be up Torres, Carpenter, and Green here in the top of the third. Tigers with just 2 hits so far. Seattle with 1. And for those who are wondering if you just came in and wondering what the scores were across the league, Milwaukee earlier in the day beat the Cubs 9-3. Toronto all over the Yankees 10-1. Bottom of the 8th right now, 2 runners on in Philadelphia as the Dodgers lead 5-3. I think Melton, like I said, I don't know if they have anybody in the warm in the bullpen. Just keep Melton going. Mitch, I don't really, if he's doing this well, why not ride him out till we'll see what happens? I mean, look, the bottom line is if they can sneak in and win game 1, that's huge. Heading into tomorrow, it takes more pressure. That's more pressure on Seattle.
Yeah. What an advantage would be if they could pull it off tonight. And Melton, I mean, I don't like to jinx it, but he's looking good.
Yeah.
And I'm sure whoever they're planning on for for that specific pocket of hitters. I'm sure that they're out in the bullpen. They're getting their body loose, if nothing else. So I think that if Melton starts to get in trouble, they shouldn't have a problem of getting warmed up. I'm sure they're already kind of starting that process.
Lumen 8, Wu is out for the series. He's not pitching the series, and so I think tomorrow it's why am I drawing a blank all of a sudden? It's Castillo going tomorrow
Yeah.
against Scooble.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. So that's a big advantage for the Tigers not having Wu in this series. So
yeah, I was checking it out, and some of the Tigers don't have super great numbers against Luis Castillo.
yeah. Yeah, Luis Castillo, even though he's not the same kind of K master he once was, he's a guy who can still he's a veteran guy, he's a wily guy, and he's a guy that can just get outs. And so sometimes it's in a postseason like this is what you're going to need. So cheesesteaks are loaded, bases loaded in Philadelphia. And let's see what Torres does here against Kirby with it looks like a double. Kirby with the porn stash. That's a choice. That's a cosmetic choice there. Nice. Right corner.
Speaking of porn stashes, Chris Paddock and Sawyer Gibson Long, both in that club.
Yeah, I know. Brent Herder has one too. He has it's a whole thing. I can't pull it off. I can't do it because I look like an idiot. I look really creepy like that. So yeah, I saw. Yeah, Jonathan, that 9 for 9 challenge. So for those who do not know what that is, isn't it 9 hot dogs, 9 beers? Is that what it was? I think I saw it. Yeah, the 999 challenge. I think I'm gonna see if I can pull up a picture of it. Baseball. Let's see here. Thank you, Sean, for the $2. Much appreciated.
It's always so nice when people donate. I listen to you guys' podcasts all the time, and it's always really nice when people do that.
Yeah, it goes back to what we're doing, and for a while it was really helpful when things when I lost my day job and all that. But yeah, so I have it up here for those who do not know. Yeah, 40 Gumbel, same thing. I can't do that anymore. I can't eat like that anymore. Contrary to popular belief, like yeah. So this is what it is. 9, yeah, a hot dog and a beer, pretty much every inning. And Yuengling's such a heavy. I mean, Yuengling the lager is not a heavy beer per se, but I don't know. I can't do that. I can't do that.
No way I could drink 9 Yuenglings. Sean had a question. Glaber certainly gone right as second base McGonigal in 2026.
Yeah, definitely, Sean. That's why he's going to Arizona Fall League to get some more time. There's a lot of people in the organization that believe that McGonigal can hit now on the major league level. And then the follow up question, Joe, I'm sure that Joe wrote a great article yesterday about his extension. It's his defense that needs work. Why was he not called up? It's simple. If the Tigers value defense, and rightfully so, if you're not going to play defense to replace a guy like Trey Sweeney, what's the point of being up there?
Yeah. No, I agree. Is he? I don't know if you have any thoughts on whether. I would imagine that when in the Arizona Fall League that he will not be playing shortstop.
I don't know what they're gonna do exactly. I know he's gonna get some time at third. Perhaps they were talking about him getting some time at third from allegedly. We'll see.
And what about second?
I'm sure he'll probably see second. We'll see what happens there. So, but
yeah. Sorry, I was just gonna say I was actually really surprised that he only played shortstop the entire year. And I know that it's great to get him reps. That kind of tells me that they that they feel like he could be a shortstop. If they're not giving him, I don't recall him playing much second base at all this year. Do you?
No, I don't think so either. But I think it's also because they had Pack and um, excuse me, hold on. Thank you. I mean, you had Max Anderson in Double A for the most part, and then he started seeing some time at third. Um, I I think for the lack of just as far as development goes, it was really good for him to get that kind of consistency, and I think he was just trying to work on his overall defense. Um,
Uh,
yeah,
um,
it's. I think they were trying to see what he could do, like if he could be the full time role, and it didn't work out that way, and it's okay. I mean, I still think he's gonna be somewhere. Ah, crap, Green, come on.
yeah, yep. Riley Green up, top of the third, one out, tied 0-0.
That leads up to Spencer Torkelson, who you want to see him score. Yeah.
Yeah, two down now. And Glaber, I I wonder if they would offer him the qualifying offer. But at the second half, he did struggle a little bit. So, um,
Well, they get that draft pick, absolutely.
exactly. And I mean, would it be the worst thing in the world to have Glaber back for 1 year and 20 million? I don't necessarily think it would be. Um, it might be a little bit higher than 20 million, but I think, and especially if they feel like Kevin McGonigal can play short, I wouldn't be opposed to bringing Glaber back for 1 year.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we'll see. I mean, I rather them. I think they. I know that somebody mentioned that Luis Arise is a free agent. Somebody mentioned that, or go after him or something to that effect. But
Yeah, and who knows if the Tigers offer Glaber a qualifying offer? That I mean, there's a good chance that he could get a better deal than 1 year, and it's probably somewhere around 24-25 million. Um, yeah, I would guess he would be in line for a 2 or 3 year contract at least. Um, but I would have to I would have to check out his second half numbers a little bit closer because I know that they were down a little bit. All I care about is his October numbers.
yeah, Glaber needs to teach the rest of the team how to take walks. Yeah, yeah, that's a good call there. Let's see here. Looks like Tigers fly. Ah, damn it. That's what I'm talking about, Joe.
Yep.
How do you not score him from second with nobody out? That's utterly ridiculous.
Yeah. And that happened in the second inning too, right? They had a runner on first and second with no outs.
Yeah. Tigers can't cash in. We go ahead to the bottom of the third. Still a scoreless ball game. And let's see if what happens. What's going on with the Phillies game? Oh, the Phillies didn't do crap with bases loaded. That sucks. All right. So we're let's see where everybody surprised there. Tigers are 0 for 6 with runners in scoring position and have stranded 4 runners through. Yeah. Chris Brown with the tweet. RSIP runners in stranding position. Yeah.
Chris is one of my favorite follows on Twitter, as are you.
Oh yeah, dude, he's quick on the puns. Yeah, let's see, with the link in our chat. Let's see. I'm surprised he doesn't have 4,000 followers. He should have a lot more than I. Yeah. Yo, look, the thing is, Sean, they have to add some more bats. They have to add another veteran at bat, a veteran bat. They have to be creative. If there's one thing about Scott Harris that, and this is a fair critique, I think he's done a good job of cultivating the minor leagues, cultivating a culture, but he has to get a little more creative when it comes to not just flipping the minor league or rather the waiver wire over and over again. I mean, getting better by the margins is not necessarily a bad thing, but they got to get creative. I mean, if you look at Dombrowski with Dombrowski, and I'm only comparing him because Dombrowski was a very active GM. There are two different types of styles of GMing, but every Tiger GM had a signature trade. Even go back to the days of Bill LaJoy's with the trade or signing Darrell Evans. You think about like the trade for Chat Lemon for Stephen Kemp in 1981. There's always some sort of trade that stands out. And McKinstry, I mean, trading McKinstry for Carlos Guzman is prime example of that. But that was a creative trade. You want more of that. I mean, that's what the Tigers have to need to do. I mean, the Finnegan trade has worked out so far. But we'll see. I don't know. It's just I don't know, Joe. They should get a little more creative.
Yeah, I believe it was actually Chris Brown that said maybe it's time to not take half measures all the time. Something to that effect. Like that quote from Breaking Bad. No more half measures. It feels like it's always moves on the periphery, but it's not. It's never for. We haven't made too many trades for major leaguers. We've signed a couple guys, but it's been for 1 or 2 year deals. I guess what I'm trying to say is I would like to see them get a little bit more aggressive at the major league level.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And look, I don't care that they're conservative when it comes to calling up prospects because I think like it's really there's nothing wrong with the way they approach prospects. I think sometimes the fans want these guys call up, but man, he is cooking with gas. Holy crap, Melton is just on fire right now. Just got Randy Ozarena called out on strikes. 2 gone already. He got JP Crawford the ground out. Yeah, Sean, I agree with you. You have to Alex Bregman. Have another crack at him again. Pretty humble. We're gonna sign Johan Marcana. He can't play any defense, so I wouldn't. But wouldn't surprise me if they tried something like that. Just like let's see what they can do. But I hope not. I really hope not. I hope that the Tigers they really need to get another veteran bat, and Cal Raleigh flies out to center.
Damn, Troy is doing his thing.
Holy I like the way he said it. Holy Melton. Yeah, I was Dookie Pickles. I was nervous too, but is it crazy to think I had like a legit run at Schwarber, Sean? No, I think that's fair.
Could you imagine? He is a monster.
Yeah.
And I know that AJ Hinch likes to keep the DH spot open, and I feel like they do a good job with that. But I think that if you get a chance at someone like Kyle Schwarber, you can work around that.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. You get Kyle Schwarber, you get him in here, then I think you're gold. I mean, with the rest of the defense or the rest of the division the way it is. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry about that. I think that this is kind of what I meant about being aggressive earlier. I would rather they get one big bat than two. They've got enough depth. It's just they're lacking one or two, high impact bats, and they're not easy to get. But they clearly didn't want to trade their prospects at the deadline. So the way to acquire those guys is through free agency. And so if that means Kyle Schwarber, I would rather get Kyle Schwarber for 30 million for 3 years or whatever it's be. It could be even higher than that. But instead of getting two players for $10 or $15 million a year for 1 year, that are just not as high impact of players. I think that they're missing one anchor in the middle of the lineup. And that's no disrespect to Kerry Carpenter and Riley Green. It's just if you look at the best teams in baseball, their lineups have at least generally have at least one or two super high impact bats, and the Tigers are just missing one top end bat, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I think they are just one bat away from really kind of staying in that kind of in the top part of the American League. So, Donkey Kong is apparently a Seattle Mariners fan. Well, welcome. Let's go Seattle. All right, there you go. Yeah, they do need the problematic. That's a good way to put it. Just simply put, they needed somebody to protect Green and Carey. Absolutely.
Yeah, that's what I was stumbling around.
Let's see here. Sorry, I was trying to get. I was door dashing something to drink, so that way I wouldn't leave the house. There you
go. Luke Jaconis says, Raj, what are the odds that AJ uses Tigers legend Jeff Larish?
Jeff Larish had the best curls out outside his helmet. You know what? I mean, Larish might be serving. No, that's mean. No. I was gonna say he might be working as an usher tonight down in Seattle. I don't know. That would be funny. Or another Tiger legend, Stephen Moya. Although Stephen Moya, man, I felt bad for him. His wife died when on a plane on the way back. Died during the season this year, and the team he plays for in Korea did like a really nice memorial for him, and he could barely get through the game. It was one of the saddest things I've seen, and my heart goes out to Moya and his kids, and so, yeah.
Oh man, that's terrible.
I like the way you put that, Delta. Tigers are thriving on optimized chaos and clutch adjustment momentum metrics. Yeah.
I know Delta Stack. That sounds like she might have got that from Chat GPT.
I don't know. No, that's that's a very well organized thought, and I think that's anybody. That's true. It's like that's a very what's Brendan Bosch up to? No, that's a really good point there. Man was a statue in the box. Yes, he was. You know who moved around a lot in the box? That watching Palacio Polanco. Remember how much he moved in the box with his bat? Yeah. It was the opposite of Jeff Larish. He strikes out. Dylan Dingler, and we haven't really we talked about Cal Raleigh so much. Now, Dylan Dingler, second best catcher in the American League, as Ashley pointed out from our staff. The two catchers in the American League who have not allowed to pass ball this season, playing against each other, and Dingler was at I believe over a 3-WAR season. According to Baseball Reference, Dingler flies out to center field, but. Look, Lumen. I understand that you might not have. I know Colt's young, but man, I have no faith. I think he is a very good hitter. The power's coming there. I think he's just. There's a difference when he's in the lineup. Before his injury, he was hitting pretty well, and he is. look, I know I'm the high man on Keith. I think he's going to be a solid guy. He might be a one-time, two-time All-Star, but I think there's the ability to be a solid. He's going to be a solid player. He's not going to embarrass you out there. And I mean, although the strikeout didn't help.
I think he's going to be well worth the contract. I think he got a lot better from last year to this year. He seems like he's a hard worker, and I would honestly like them to let him just focus on third base this offseason. I know that it's helpful for him to move around, but he's been yanked around so much. I just feel like it would take some of the pressure off if he could just, if they do think he's going to play third, then just let him focus on third this off season. And if he ever needs to fill in at second, I'm sure that he'd be able to do it. But I think it's time to give that guy one spot to work on and let him focus on his hitting. Because I think that there's a lot more in the tank for Colt Keith.
I think so too. McKinstry strikes out for a second time. Yeah. You know, Terry, will they give Keith third base if they don't sign somebody? Yeah, I think so, but I still think they're going to try to address it, and then maybe then he loses with a man with no position. I don't know. I think Keith has an arm range to play third. I thought he was. Yeah, you're right, Joe. I think maybe perhaps let him focus on that, or make him kind of like this designated hitter. If especially if his rib injury doesn't go away, if it's something that lingers, we'll see. Z-Mac, he's such a good defensive player. I don't see him going anywhere either. I don't know. This off season's gonna be, like I said, they have to be really creative. Thank you again for money, Sean.
Thank you, Sean.
Yeah, thank you. Now, okay. For Tyron was frustrating to watch this year, honestly, because he didn't catch after July something or another. He had injuries with his shoulder. The Tigers were addressing it as much as they could. And I felt bad for Briseño because Briseño was catching. This is the most games he's ever caught. Briseño looked a little tired after towards the end of the season. But I worry about Tyron because he didn't even play first base. It was just DH. That was it. And so Briseño has a good arm. Framing was okay. The teams were running on him left and right in the postseason. But Tyron Lorenzo has the ability to hit. Now, it's just putting everything else together. But he didn't really... I think, last game he called was like early July. So that is a concern for me quite a bit. He posted... So, WF said... I posted this in the Bless You Boys site. If I was AJ, ask why there's stains on Kirby's jersey shirt.
That's a jersey.
So maybe he's using his hands a little bit there. So, Youper. Hey, Youper.
Hey, how you going?
Good. Yeah, a little frozen there, but
what do you think so far?
Lauren, I like this. Mountain Spiritual refines utility value, blends in horizontal deception with tempo fluency. That is a very well structured, answer. I'm not sure if that's Yoop hours in the chat. There we go. That's Lauren. I hope that you're very good with the dictionary. It was. I don't want to say it was Chat GPT, Joe. I'm not gonna. I want to believe we don't have Chat GPT people in here. We have actual legitimate fans.
Yeah. No. I felt bad because I mentioned that I felt like that was disrespectful to Delta Steck earlier when I said that was Chat GPT. So
no.
Sorry about that, Delta.
But Lauren, if Lauren's wordsmithing there was really good about Zach McKinstry. That's probably the best way I've heard Zach McKinstry ever described. So
Zach McKinstry, very aesthetically pleasing runner.
Yeah. Youper, have you been watching the whole time?
So far,
He's cooking. Melton is cooking. You're breaking up a little bit.
No. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, you're breaking up a little bit there. Let's see. Maybe it's something to mine.
Better?
Yeah, that's better. That's better to go. He is offline. We'll see what's going on with him. We'll check back in with Youper when he gets a chance. Melton is definitely cooking, though.
I have a feeling. I wonder.
Uh-oh.
I have.
Damn it, son of a bitch.
Oh, he's good.
Mother.
I was just gonna say. I wonder if the Tigers got someone up right now. Not that I would have taken Melton out before that at bat.
Now you have to consider it now.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that I didn't. I can't. I don't have their lineup up right now, but they do have a few pockets of hitters in their lineup that are worse against lefties. So I could see, and I'm pretty sure it's towards the bottom of the lineup. So I would imagine that either Herter or Holton are getting loose right now.
Yeah, they're not going to screw around with this.
No. Uh-oh. Oh.
Oh, he barely missed that?
Yes. He hit it. That one was a mile high. Just missed it. I feel he almost hit that one 500 feet.
All right, so unfortunately for those who are just tuning in, I have the score bug up now. Updated, unfortunately, with the 1-0 Mariners here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Is there anybody warming up, Joe?
I don't know. I don't have the sound on. I haven't seen them. I haven't seen a camera on anyone in the bullpen yet. So it's tough to say, but you would have to imagine. You know, Eugenio Suarez, for whatever reason, he's been way worse against lefties this year. So I could see them going to Herter or Holton in that situation because I think that I'm pretty sure that usually a lefty follows Suarez in the order.
Yeah.
I'm going to pull up their lineup. Yeah, Brant Herter's getting loose.
Yeah, you know what? Luminate says, "Man, I know I shouldn't be talking like this, but the Triad is cool." Yeah, I mean, the Seattle Kraken, the Kraken, the hockey team's got a really good jersey too.
I mean, you'll take 3 2/3 of one-run ball from Melton every time, and if he can get out of this,
Yeah,
you'll take that. Just hope the offense can get going.
I like the way Sean's describing Brant Herter, who kind of when he rocks his into the lineup. Yeah,
Do people call Brant Herter the big Herter? Or is that just me?
I think that's just you. Although I never thought about it that way. It's probably just you, but that should be his nickname.
Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah. Kraken have awesome sweaters and less hope than Red Wings by a factor of 50. Is Ron Francis still running the Kraken? I know he was originally part of the team. I don't pay attention to hockey as much as the local squad. I used to be big. I used to follow a lot of hockey in the 90s. And then I used to play a lot of NHL 94, 95, 96, all of them until the 90s. And then I just stopped playing or paying attention as much as I used to. Once the Wings won, not that the Wings won the cup or anything, I just started getting more involved in baseball. And your attention only dictates so much, but right now it's Melton against Suarez here, and this is a big at bat, big two outs here. They can get out of this inning with just the one run. Yeah, dude, NHL '94, Tim. My brothers and I would play that game for hours. Out of power. And then we started playing that in NHL 96. I played that a lot in high school. We had a tournament New Year's Eve. My friends and I stayed up all night playing that game. And I lost. I think I was what was the 96 squad? I can't remember who I was now. I know in 94, I love playing. You know, it was a team that was Vancouver Canucks. Suarez strikes out swinging. There you go. So,
Did you play on Super Nintendo?
in high school I did. In junior high, NHL 94 was primarily played with Sega Genesis. I love Sega Genesis music because they have this teeny thing to it. But it was Super Nintendo all through high school. But my buddies had. I didn't get Super Nintendo until in high school, but I played a lot of Genesis. But I loved playing NHL more on Genesis than I did on Super Nintendo. It was a much better. It seemed like to me sporting games on Genesis were better than Super Nintendo.
Okay.
That's just me though.
Yeah, no, I can't really remember playing. The only thing I played NHL 94 on was Super Nintendo, and I liked that a lot.
So I'm texting with Chris right now, and I'm gonna ask him Sega Genesis. He's hanging out with his son right now. He said he's gonna join us shortly for sports games. Oh, you fans out there play both video games, Genesis or Super Nintendo when it comes to video sporting games. See what Chris has to say. Genesis, yeah. Chris says Genesis for sports games.
Chris used to work in video games, didn't he?
Yeah, he used to write about video games. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought Genesis had the for EA games. Yeah, for EA games. That's what he said. At least for EA games. Yeah, I agree. So
yeah.
So games heading to the top of the fifth. 1-0 Seattle. As on the screen right there, we have the screen track up there. So just give me one moment here.
I wonder if they're going to let Melton go out for one more. I need to pull up the Mariners lineup real quick. I haven't been paying as close attention to theirs.
Yeah. While you do that, let me do something real quick.
Does anyone there?
Go ahead and do that real quick. I'll be right back. Just give me 2 seconds here.
Let's see. If anyone has any trash they want to talk about Rogelio, now's the time. Let's see. Yeah, so the Mariners have a lefty, a righty, and a lefty coming up, and the one righty they have coming up is Victor Robles, who doesn't have major platoon splits, but J.P. Crawford and the Mariners DH Dominic Canzone, they do have pretty significant platoon splits. So I would imagine that Brant Herter will get the bottom of the fifth, but we'll see. Sean says, Rod Jones, too many hats. That's the only bad thing I can say about him. No, Rogelio's the man. I have so much respect for what he and Chris do at Tigers Minor League Report, as I imagine that anyone in this chat does as well. So, yeah, congratulations to Rogelio and Chris on another awesome season covering the Tigers and the minor leagues especially. Javi lined out to right field. Now Parker Meadows is up. I'm hoping that Parker has a big series. It kind of seems like when he's hitting, the Tigers are hitting. So we'll see how he does this series. Yeah, Jonathan says, I think you pull Melton. I think that I got a good feeling that's happening. A lot of Sega people in the chat. Sean says, "I want to believe in Parker, but he's never been consistently healthy. Feels very Grady Sizemore-esque, and I hate that. That has kind of been the Parker Meadows experience so far. That 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 arm injury this year was a strange one, and I think he's had a couple hamstring issues. Yeah, it feels like some guys just don't have the best luck when it comes to health. I would love to see him for a full season. He seems like he's a rhythm hitter to me, and it's tough for him because he does seem to miss chunks of each season, and it's hard to fall out of rhythm and then get back into rhythm. And he had to kind of turn things on pretty quickly towards the end of the year. But he looked pretty good on Thursday, and we'll hope that momentum carries over to this series. And Luminate, that's such a great point. Parker, what a difference maker he is in the outfield and on the bases. And as we say that, he hit the line drive single to right field.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, the ump this has not been a very good game call. Let's see here. All right, so.
Oh. The Dodgers just went up 5-3 on Philadelphia, I think. That game, I believe, is in the 7th.
Here's a tweet from OpStats. Teoscar Hernandez of the Dodgers is the first player in MLB history to have 3 home runs and 9 RBIs in the team's first 3 games of the postseason.
I thought he got hot last postseason too.
Yes, he did. And he wanted to come back to the Dodgers, and the Dodgers obliged.
Yeah, and I know that a lot of times people say that clutch stats aren't they don't necessarily carry over year to year, and I mean it is a fact, but I do think that certain guys do have they're able to slow things down in big moments. Some guys just, I mean, remember, I think that anyone that played baseball or any sport, when the pressure's on, you do feel different, and they're human beings too. They are professional athletes, but they're human beings, and I think some guys just naturally are able to, kind of, for lack of a better term, be clutch because they can control the moment better than the people that tighten up. Sean says clutch is a thing. I know it's not super quantifiable, but it exists.
Agreed.
That's a better way of putting what I just tried to say.
No, it's like I think a case in point, like my younger brother, for example, there was a time where, I'm not kidding, every time the game was on, my brother would always have a hit. Like, he always came through. Torres had a hit earlier. He had a double earlier. He's 1 for 2. I mean, overall, what's going on with him in the second half, Brandon? That's a good question. As a totality, I don't know, but yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with him.
Hopefully, Youp's able to join us. He's one of my favorite Detroit Tigers podcasters.
Yeah, hopefully Uper. Yeah, Uper is. I think he was saying he was having some internet issues, so he was trying to come back on later.
Okay, cool.
Let's see what happens. The Torres just ground out to first. So you did advance a runner.
I believe that this is accurate, or it's somewhere close. Is that I believe the Tigers ranked like 27th in the league in productive outs this year, and you can kind of see that sometimes in the way that they hit with runners in scoring position, but hopefully they can have a little bit better luck this series.
Thank you, Delta, for sticking in. I appreciate it. watching the game with us this evening. Yeah, Joe, I think it might just be maybe the age of the hitters. Maybe I don't really know what it is that it's. This is a very young. Well, I think the Tigers have one of the youngest teams in all of baseball.
I think you're right.
So it just maybe comes with experience that they get better with these kind of moments. But it's something to look out for. Especially a team like, let's say if the Tigers do advance and Toronto advance. Toronto is a very good team. Toronto has a lot of you've seen the George Springer playing like he did when he's younger. He's 36 years old, having a resurgence a little bit. Those kind of those guys, Toronto is a very veteran laced team. And so if Toronto does advance the ALCS, I think. What happened?
Man, Carey just missed a double.
Did he not get a hit at all?
It was fouled by about 1 foot.
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna have the game set. I have the game on the other feed, but I kind of like keeping up in real time for everybody. So I know everybody's watching the game at home, and I have the game time feed up. So followed by 3 inches. Damn.
Oh, really?
Yeah. See here. All right. So 0-2 for Carpenter, and you're just hoping that he can just put the ball in play. Yeah, the strike. Yeah, that strike. I'm looking at the strike zone right now. But the strike 2 was a bullshit call. I'm sorry, it was total bullshit. Just yeah.
I always get nervous on those swing back fastballs. I feel like Tom missed those a lot of times. And that 0-2 pitch, I was so nervous to just bring him up, even though it wasn't a strike.
Yeah, he has got a lot of movement. Oh, there's a run. I don't know what happened, but it says in play run.
Oh, nice.
Is that triple?
Carey Bonds. I believe that's his 5th home run off of George Kirby in his career.
Oh, it's a home run. Oh, hell yeah. Hold on, we gotta play.
I love it.
Yeah, hold on. We gotta play.
Exquisite.
Off the Frickers building.
Boy,
good.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he knew it. Oh, he hit that with authority. With
Yes,
authority. Oh,
man, he is really good at hitting velocity up.
Do not screw with Kerry Carpenter. That was that shit was gone. All right, so I gotta change the score app. So hold on, let me go change this rule here. Let's see. Let's do that. I will do that real quick. So let's get this nasty little thing off the screen. That's all gone. Let me go change this. Carpenter. To do.
Riley with a little jam job, but that one fell. Top 5, 2-1, Detroit, 2 outs, runner on first. Rogelio, what do you think? Brant Herter will be coming into the bottom of the 5th?
Yeah, I have a good feeling that he's going to come in. I could be wrong about that, but that is. Oh, I thought he. Okay, I just saw the single now. All right, so I have updated the score app. Let's see how that adds up here. I think they'll go to the bullpen. They have the lead now. They're going to start using. Yeah, I think Hinch is going to start doing his thing. But Kerry Carpenter has risen. I mean, he knew it. He was like, pfft. And the Seattle fans just shut the bleep up there. There we go. Now we have an updated scoreboard here. And let me adjust this. The Lord just answered my prayers. He's arbitrary year, I believe, right now. He is arbitrary.
Yeah, I think that isn't he under team control for 3 more years, or am I wrong? I think that this will be his first arbitration year. This
Yeah.
coming off
Yeah.
season, that might be. Is that right?
Yeah. He'll be 409. Thank you, Lumen. Wow. He hit that 409 off the bat. That's impressive. All right, so top of the fifth, Tigers have now a 2-1 lead thanks to a Kerry Bonds 2-run bomb to center. Or right center. Was it right center, Joe?
Yeah. It was. I think it was more right center.
Okay.
Torque with the ground out. So.
All right.
So the Mariners have Canzone, Robles, and Crawford coming up yet. Next, I pray I'm pronouncing Canzone's name correctly.
It looks simple, like it does. It looks like it sounds.
But Canzone and Crawford both worked against lefties, and Robles. I believe when I checked, his splits were pretty even. He's in there more for his defense, so I would think that Brant Hurter's coming in, and looking at the Mariners' top of the lineup, Rosarena and Julio, they both hit a little bit better against lefties, but it's not as much as what you would think. And I know Cal Rowley definitely hits righties better than he hits lefties. He still mashes right-handed, but I would imagine that Brant Hurter is going to be, as long as he's pitching well, I would guess that he's going to get at least the next 7 hitters, because Josh Naylor is due up after Julio Rodriguez. So I would imagine if they could get 7 hitters out of Hurter, that would be ideal. I'm pretty sure Jorge Polanco is their 5th hitter. And he does hit lefties way better than righties. So I would imagine that they'll want to bring a righty in for Polanco.
Yeah,
and Suarez. Sorry, Raj.
No, you're good, man. And Richard, I agree with you. If the Tigers win this game, you kind of like their chances in this series. If they can punch them in the mouth, that's the thing. Like that's what I kept saying, pointing this out. If they come out and get this game, you feel very good about game 2 with the way Scooble's been pitching. If they go 2-0, they're playing with house money. But then again, Seattle has beaten. They swept the Tigers at home. So again, I'm just trying to be realistic about everything. So there you go. Yeah, Herder is officially in. So bottom of the 5th. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Joe.
Nope, I was just calling him the Big Hurt again.
Oh, and Zach McKinstry, by the way, Chris McCoskey just tweeted out he's 0 for his last 15.
Yeah, he has been struggling a little bit. I wondered if they would put Colt in at 3rd, but that felt a little aggressive with him coming off the injury. So yeah. I'm not surprised that Zach McKinstry's in there. But we'll see as the series goes on if they put Colt back out in the field or not.
Yeah, that rib injury though. I mean, you think about how much you use your arm to throw.
Yes,
that would be really difficult to do. So. But yeah, Bull's turn. I mean, I think if Ibanez if it was against the lefty, Ibanez would be in there today. And his average, unfortunately, you have to do the platooning with 3rd with Ibanez. So yeah, that's an unfortunate thing.
Rogelio, were you surprised at all about the decision to send down Justin Henry Malloy? And Colt Keith's place?
Not really, because, or maybe like it just gives him another infielder to work with. And Malloy, I think because based off how the Tigers do against the right-handed pitching, they needed all the advantage they can get. So Not to say, I mean, Malloy defensively can be a little bit of a liability too. So that's where I think, unfortunately, you have to have the best defense out there no matter what. So
Yeah, no, that's so true. It's a shame. It's a shame in some ways because I do kind of trust him in big spots, and I trust him against righties and lefties. So he is the guy that I think of when, for example, you pinch hit Ibanez for Colt Keith in the fifth inning, let's say, and then in the seventh or in the ninth inning, when there's a right-hander facing Ibanez, Malloy would be my choice to pinch hit for Ibanez against the righty. And I feel like the Tigers are missing one bench bat that can pinch hit in situations like that. But I can understand why they kept Trey Sweeney too. So they know better than I do.
the thing is that I know fans are infuriated about Sweeney. That's understanding, but Lumen 8, you talk about his future is definitely in doubt. You have Max Anderson, you have McGonigal, you have some of these infielders. You also don't forget you also have Hayu Lee. So they have to do something with all these infielders at some point. They can't keep everybody. And 7-pitch inning by Brant Herter just going in there and he got quick outs there, and that's exactly what the Tigers needed, especially just taking back the lead. So we head to the top of the sixth inning, 2-1 Detroit, and a battle of home runs so far. As Mariners so far it's just 2 hits, Tigers with 6 hits, and the Tigers looking to continue to build on this lead. At bat will be Keith, Dingler, and McKinstry to start the top of the 6th.
Yeah, and the Mariners got a pair of lefties that are pretty hard on left-handers. So I would imagine that Andy Ibanez and Jahmai Jones are down in the cage right now getting ready just in case.
Ooh, excuse me. Oh, man.
And Luminate was. You guys are talking about Zach. I think AJ loves him. I think that AJ feels like he's in some ways the key to making this whole roster. Shuffling guys around, and I think that they trust him at third, short, second, left, right. I was actually kind of surprised that they didn't play him in center field more when all those guys were down at the beginning of the year, and they were playing Ryan Kreidler. There's the man.
Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Yeah.
We're having some major internet fiascos here.
New house. How's it going?
Well, I got the TV to work just in time to see Carpenter's bomb. So I'm so happy.
That's so funny. I was going to call you a bad luck charm because as soon as you came on, we gave up a run. But then you arrived and you brought 2 runs with you. So thank you.
There you go. That was quite the blast. That was unbelievable.
That was awesome.
I'll take that all day, man. It was especially with Kirby getting the top of the strike zone. So the hope Jay the man says that the Carpenter home run was the hardest hit ever. Was his hardest hit ever.
Huh?
112.50 off the bat.
I believe it. You got every bit of it.
So Gabe,
nice find, Jay the man.
Yeah. So Gabe Spear, as you were mentioning too, is going to be Jahmai Jones is in pitching for Keith.
So. Yeah, their lefties have very strong numbers against left-handers.
Mm-hmm. Joe, it is good to meet you in person here, even though it's online.
Yeah, you too. I was just saying earlier, you're one of my favorite Detroit Tigers podcasters, and I'm really excited to be on with you. So
I appreciate that very much. Thank you. Yeah, it's good to be here. Great to be here in a playoff setting, and good to meet you. So we've been having a lot of fun on Twitter. Good to put a face to the Twitter account.
Yep, exactly.
That might have been Brant Herter's best inning of the year. I know he wasn't facing Judge and Ricky Henderson and Roger Maris, but still, I mean, that was a beautiful inning.
Yes, that was efficient in the zone. I think that trip to Toledo really helped him out. He just needed you're starting to get a little nervous there for a second with his command, but he got locked right back in, and he is a major weapon for the Tigers.
Before he got sent down, he had several outings there where he couldn't even get comfortable on the mound. Remember, he'd be messing around with the landing spot. He wasn't happy with anything, and
I think it's also that back injury. I think his back injury was a lot more. He was pitching with.
That's a good point.
Yeah, no question.
Yeah, and those big guys have go ahead. Go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say with him pitching better, and if Tyler Holton keeps looking like the Tyler Holton of 2023 and 2024, that's just a big boost in this series. I mean, to get those two guys, you can get 2 to 3 innings a night from them.
Absolutely, they're going to be huge. Were you guys surprised at all about Brennan Hanafy getting added to the roster?
Sinker ball pitcher. Maybe a little bit, but maybe they saw some with Hanafy that the advantage he might have for the series. So,
I think Hinch trusts him. I know I was also, memory serves, he got lit up like you wouldn't believe against Seattle back in July.
Oh,
I guess probably it doesn't matter this far gone now, but
yeah, I was checking out the Tigers relievers ERA versus the Mariners, and I believe Tommy Kahnle got hit hard one game because his ERA was 63 in one inning. So,
solid. That was a really solid bat there.
Yes, it was. And if I recall, Brant Herter, I don't want to spread misinformation, but I'm pretty sure his ERA against the Mariners this year was 10.8. So that was great to see him.
Yeah, that was right around the time he was having the back injury or back issues. So,
literally nothing went right in that series. I don't think one pitcher got through that series unscathed.
Yeah.
So,
man, if Dylan Bigler could get going, that would be a huge bonus for the Tigers.
Yeah, if he can get that home run was absolutely clutch the other night.
Yeah, what were you going to say though?
Well, I had nothing there.
Oh,
I'm just looking at, it's nice that Dingler's got the platoon matchup here. If they could just got to cash in on these leadoff men getting on.
all right. Sorry, there was a question about Kevin McGonigal. Yeah, he's definitely going to get a chance to make the team out of spring training. That's why he's going to get some time in the Arizona fall ball, which starts on Monday, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it starts Monday. There's a picture of Ray Revere. Or, you know what? Wait.
Run.
Oh, what happened? Oh,
I might be a few seconds behind you guys.
Okay.
On my TV. So sorry about that if I.
That's okay.
React to something a beat slow.
Tim has a good idea. If Dingler gets on, McKinstry should bunt. I mean, he's struggling that bad. Any way to advance a runner or do anything so you don't put the ball,
Were you guys surprised he didn't bunt last time? Was that talked about?
No.
Yeah, when he had two on? I thought they might move him over.
Yeah. I was wondering that myself.
Sorry.
I think Dylan just got. Oh. How soul crushing was it when Zach McKinstry got thrown out at third the other day? I mean, I was feeling so good, 2-1 all of a sudden, and then not only is it, runners on second and third.
I knew there was science behind why Hanafy's there. I mean, that makes a lot of sense. There was some sort of metric that they looked at and like, you know what, it plays well at Hanafy's sinker. Oh. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Man, what a great comment from Sean.
Yeah, this is very true. Tigers have been trying to implement some guards ball this postseason.
Yep. So yeah, Joe, when that play happened the other day, I was losing my mind that they weren't talking about on the TV broadcast did the run cross. I
Yeah.
mean, that's all that mattered. I had a feeling he might be out, but it did the run cross. They never really showed it. They didn't talk about it for a long time.
Yeah.
And the umpires definitely got it right. But man, that was really a blow.
Yeah. And you are the unofficial umpiring expert of Detroit Tigers Twitter. So if you say he's out, I believe you.
Yeah, he looked out on the replay to me. I don't know how big of an expert I am. I do stick up for umpires when they get unfairly maligned.
Yeah.
That's kind of I've carved out that niche. People hate me, and that's okay.
Well, I think it's a noble cause.
Well, the first inning today was George Kirby got a couple high strikes, and the one at strike 2 to Torkelson was a little high. Strike 3 actually nicked the edge if you believe the game day software.
Okay, yeah, I haven't had that pulled up. My internet, I feel like I'm maxing it out right now by being on. I'm on a pretty old laptop, so.
Yeah, McKinstry again. Just I don't know, man.
Going through it a little bit.
Yeah.
Ooh. End of the bat.
So, what do you think, Brant Herter for another few more batters? I think that I would imagine that they want Cal Raleigh to bat right-handed.
I would think so, because there's a lefty due up first here, right?
Yep. I'm pretty sure Crawford's due up. I think that's right. Check.
I think he got Crawford. Rosarena's up next.
Oh, Rosarena is up. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, righty switch hitter righty. We were talking earlier. I don't think that Rosarena and Julio Rodriguez have crazy platoon splits. Cal Raleigh does hit a lot better against righties than he does lefties, and then Josh Naylor's up fourth. You would imagine that if they could get 4 more hitters out of Brant Herter, that would be a success.
I'm wondering, with the top of that order, those 3 dangerous guys, does he come with Finnegan?
That's a good point too.
Because people will say it's too early. It's never too early to get outs.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I'm fine if he wants to roll with Herter to get through the top 4 there, but it wouldn't shock me if Finnegan trots out there this inning.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good point.
All right. I am updating as Bizarro's going in for Seattle to face Javi Baez. As Caleb Ferguson's out of the game now, so
they could just get a little cushion here. Just get a little cushion because there's so many bats in that Seattle lineup that are a solo shot waiting to happen.
Yes.
Yeah. It's is that considered that was a pitcher friendly park, or is it just neutral numbers now?
I think it's a pitcher friendly park overall. At least it always has been, but that's just a deep lineup where everybody seems like they have at least 10 home runs.
Yeah.
So there's always a solo shot lurking.
Yeah, and Rogelio, I consider you a bit of a baseball encyclopedia. Can you ever remember a team trading for a first and a third baseman like the Mariners did with Naylor and Suarez in one year?
That's a very good question, and I can't without. I mean, I'm trying to think of that Braves when the Braves won the World Series, they traded for primarily outfielders.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah,
go ahead.
So many contending teams usually have those 2 positions buttoned up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm trying to think of when Tito Martinez, when him and Scott Brocious, trying to think of when he got when he signed with the Yankees, if it was around the same time, they addressed both first and third.
Okay.
So I'm trying to think of when that happened. Trying to see from '96. I'm like, trying to think.
Yeah, that was quite a question to ask you on the spot. But yeah,
Oh,
it was crazy that they were able to pull that off. And I think a lot of people gave the Tigers some a hard time about not getting Suarez, but I think that the Diamondbacks were looking for a major league ready hitter, and they got the Mariners' number 9 prospect. And he was, I'm pretty sure he was up in the big leagues within pretty quickly after the trade. Um, or if not, he's in AAA right now.
uh-huh.
And I'm not sure who that player in the Tigers organization was. You can maybe argue Max Anderson, but he wasn't quite as proven as the guy that the Diamondbacks got. So I don't know if we matched up with them in a trade.
No, I don't think. And the thing is about like a lot of as far as like Max Anderson being traded, I thought he probably thought he was going to get traded, and there's a lot of speculation about that. But this was the first year he was also producing, and to be fair, I think that's why a lot of fans were like, "Well, he should have been traded." It was a prove me year for him. And I mean, his stock might go up more in the offseason. I don't know. We'll see. But the Rangers do that when they traded for Mark Teixeira. That's a good question, Jonathan. I'm looking that up right now. So the Yankees got Tito Martinez in '96, and they had Boggs a couple years beforehand. So that I was trying to think of like when they traded for Scott Brocious, but that was a little. So I'm going to continue with that trend, looking for that at first base to third base because it's not very often. I'm trying to think of also when the Braves upgraded for when they got Fred McGriff, but they had Chipper Jones at that point too.
Right. They
So
got Pendleton. Terry Pendleton was he a deadline move, or was it? Did he
Braves.
have
No, I think he's.
free agent signing?
Yeah, I think he was a free agent sign because he was with the Cardinals for a long time, wasn't he?
Right. Yes, he started there.
Yeah.
He was, he was productive, but he was also such a leader. They always say that he's the one who brought that team across the finish line.
So Rafael Montero in for the Tigers.
Wow,
Hmm.
So
that surprises me. We'll see what happens here.
Yeah, they must really believe in, and I think that his splitter he can get lefties out too. I'm kind of in on Montero. I know
I
that
like Montero.
I kind of like him.
yeah.
I hope they get him upstairs here. The umpire has been giving high strikes, which is fine if it goes both ways.
Yeah.
The splitter must be the I totally
I agree.
yeah.
I kind of wish Montero would throw more sliders too. His slider, like the expected stats are super low for opposing hitters against the slider, but he only throws it, I believe, maybe 12 to 13% of the time. You always wonder why that is, and maybe some guys they just don't feel it certain days, and so they don't throw it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Montero has not been bad at all. I mean, I think he's been better at first. Tigers were Hinch was almost afraid to use him, but I think once they figured out what they had with him, they started weaponizing him better. So, by the way, it's bottom of the 6th, 2-1 Tigers, as Seattle has the top of the order up right now, and Montero's kind of cautiously, well, there we go.
Walked him.
Yeah. Did not want to throw anything over the plate.
And I think a Rosarena can grab you a bag, can he?
Oh,
Yeah, but not on Dingler though. Dingler's it's a good job of holding the run game in check.
Good point.
Now they have, now the biggest here's a really big at bat here. Tyler Holton, according to Sally Porkchops, is warming up, so that's good to know. Salty pork chops, not salt Sally pork chops. So you're hoping Montero just gets this. Uber is just, yeah. Maybe Montero is there just to get Rosarena. But look, he's going away. He's going away. He's not. Yeah. Oh boy.
You got to get after. You got to go after him.
Yeah. Trying to induce a ground ball. And correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think Cal Rowley's a guy who gets a lot of double plays either.
No, I didn't hit the ball on the ground much.
Let's see.
VG says, I don't know about this. I don't know about this either.
Yeah, me either. And Seattle's getting aggressive. They're going to go first to third there with Arena. And yeah, this is not working out too well right now. Damn it! And yeah, he got him on that splitter. That splitter was away though. That splitter had nowhere downward action. It was right over the plate, or right on the outside corner of the plate. It was a good piece of hitting by Cal Rowley there.
Yep.
I wonder if they'll bring the infield in. I don't know if I would.
I would play back for 2.
I think I would too.
You got to get out of this inning with 1 run. That'd be all right.
Yeah, I agree with that. I'm a little. No, it's easy to say when there's runners on first and third. I was a little surprised that they didn't stick with Herter, but they know way better than we do.
Oh, son of a bitch! All right, well, Julio Rodriguez is going to be a pain in the ass. Tie game here, 2-2 on Julio Rodriguez RBI single.
Yep. All right. Got to get double play here.
I'm going to take the bullpen names off this at this point because I don't. It's a bad omen.
You're going to come get Montero?
Yeah, I think he did.
Well, whether he should have came back with Herter or came with Finnegan, Montero was not tonight. I always just think you got to lead. Your best relievers there. Their best hitters are coming up. Let's go. Yeah. 6th inning that's great. You know, those guys are only getting 2 more chances. You want to try to take care of one of them with your best guy.
Yeah, I mean, I remember Frank Cohen bringing Andrew Miller in sometimes in the 5th inning. You know, yeah, you're right. That one didn't work out. Let's hope we can hold them at 2.
Salty pork chops. Do we have any relievers that live at the top of the zone? That's a good question, and not really. I don't. If you're talking about like, I mean, Hannafy. I mean, a sinker kind of had that downward movement, but if you get a sinker, if you get a heavy sinker going, you can get away with it in the top of the zone, and if they make contact, they can just drive it into the ground. So, yeah, bad process, bad result. Yeah, it was Montero. Once that walk happened, I was like, fudge. Something was gonna happen.
And he went 8-2 on the guy too.
Yeah. And he was not as aggressive as he has been.
Well, as I mentioned, Holton has been very good lately. So they're going to need that Holton that gets the easy fly ball, 1 strikeout, and a chopper to second, and he walks away with no stress.
Yeah.
That's the guy we saw for 2 years.
The Holton special.
Yeah.
All right, so AJ's going to take some heat, rightfully so, Richard. I mean, this bullpen is not the same as it was last year. Somebody mentioned earlier. I think it was Sean that mentioned it earlier. Somebody mentioned too in Discord. It was either Montero or Tommy Canley there. What the right choice was.
Well, let's see what Holton got.
Sean says, I don't care what this numbers say. Montero was despised by Braves fans. A 9-3 loss team. I can't figure out his roster and save my life. I think also the Tigers didn't have any faith in their Toledo arms. We talked about this numerous times, guys. Toledo was just a collection of 4A guys that they really didn't give an opportunity to. So
Yeah.
Oh, what a play by Hobby.
let's see here what happened.
Got the DP.
I mean, he's
And Torkelson dug it out. Nice.
yeah. Hobby's just
Yeah! That's what I'm talking about. You're not gonna. You know what, Uper? We have talked about this numerous times, Joe. I'm sure you're familiar with this. There is no Javi Baez. You don't. Anybody that wants to question Javi Baez about the past, blah blah blah, when he's injured, fine. No more. Enough. He has proven his worth over and over and over again.
Absolutely.
Things like that.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Double. What are they? Challenge what?
Sorry, 40 Gumble. I wasn't trying to. I just got excited about that. Sorry, I was. I usually. Are they trying to tag?
Was the play at first? I didn't see. Let's see.
I think what they're challenging is that Javier take the ball out of his glove as he tagged the runner.
Oh God!
I think he got him, but yeah, you're probably right. And Torque was on the bag, so he definitely.
If the hand and the ball are in the glove, he's good.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter.
I think he's
out.
He touched him. He's out there.
Yeah, that's a 2-hand tag.
Yeah. He had the hand was inside the glove.
You called there, Tim. Yeah, I'm sorry. You go ahead. A 2-hand tag is the same thing, right?
The ball, as long as it's in his glove, even if his bare hand is on it, he should be good.
Thanks for the delay, Dan. You dish rag. That's a dish rag. And the throw almost looked like he was like, you know how you almost spike a football? It almost like he was like.
Yes.
Yeah, you see the shirt move. I don't understand.
Ooh. Well, I don't think they can overturn that. I really don't think there's enough there.
You guys see how Julio Rodriguez almost yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I look at the Tigers are like, really? Why are we out here for? I mean,
here we go.
All right, Holton's got to lock back in here and need to get out of this.
Baez is best for the reason.
All right, good deal. They lose their challenge. That would have been a crazy thing if his hand was out of his glove. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Did you see that? Do you agree?
That was fun. All right, just got to get this guy.
That's a big first. Was that? I don't have the game day pulled up. I wonder if that one was. It was in fact a strike. It looked close enough for me.
Yeah. Game day had it catching.
Yep.
Catching the zone of hair.
Robert wants to know, Uper, how far the base path can the runner go going to second base can go?
Once they can go wherever they want until there's a tag attempt. And then as soon as there's a tag attempt, they have to go on a straight line between where they are and the base. And then they get 3 feet on either side of that line. But that only matters when there's a tag attempt happening.
Oh, I never knew that.
Yeah, otherwise, you can run wherever you please.
That reminds me of my son. He's 3 years old. That reminds me of his soccer games. He runs wherever he pleases.
I used to coach a soccer team, and these two girls, they were from somewhere in Eastern Europe. They used to sit in the grass and just pick dandelions.
That sounds about exactly right. I was, he's if he's not running around aimlessly, he's playing in the dirt.
There
So
you go. Oh boy, 2-2. Here we go. 1-2. Sorry, 1-2. No, it is 2-2. Got him.
There we go. Boom.
Sorry, I'm sorry if I ruined that for you.
No, you're good. No, you're good. Hey,
you guys are a little bit ahead of me, but that's okay. It's so strange. I was ahead of Rogelio earlier, and somehow that got flipped.
Well, my TV is way behind the live action. I'm watching on game day as well.
Oh,
Game day
okay.
is way ahead of everybody.
exhale. Yeah, very exhale. That's why I'm probably scared of people. And I'm like yelling. I'm like,
Nice.
yeah.
You know, I always, when you look at the top of the order, especially when you got some superstars there like Cal Raleigh and Julio Rodriguez, I always think, can you limit them to one run every other time you go through the order? You know, so like 2 runs and 4 trips through. To me, that's almost a win. It's certainly a push. So, you know, allowing a run on that trip through the order, you can take it. I mean, I kind of wish he hadn't gone with Montero, but that was, I suppose they thought he was rested and they'd go with it, but didn't work. But kudos to Tyler Holton. Guy's on a roll right now.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So Meadows, Torres, and Carpenter will be the scheduled bats to go for the Tigers in the top of the 7th. 2-2 game. So is it just me or Torque being way too selective on his swings? I think he's playing too tight, Salty. I really believe that. Oh, my wife with the welcome to my world because she always hears me yelling in other rooms. That's right. That's right. Hear me yell. You now. Nothing?
Torkelson looks a little bit uppercutty to me,
Yeah.
more than usual.
Yeah.
And you know, the other day I mentioned this in Game 3 against Cleveland. His second to the last at bat, he hit a line drive for an out to right field, and I really liked that approach because he had busted out of a slump earlier this year doing that. And then next time up, he made a much more, a much less uppercutty swing, and I think that didn't last obviously because he's uppercutting again tonight.
It looks like he's kind of feeling for the ball a little bit.
I agree.
Yeah.
That's a good way. That's an excellent way to describe it. It's almost like there's not enough. He's just not getting any powerful contact.
Yeah. Yeah, that looseness that he had at the beginning of the year, we haven't been seeing that as you know, he was, it seemed like he was like kind of how Riley Green can kind of, you know, lower his hips to get to drive low pitches. Torque was showing some of that earlier this year. Hasn't quite been there lately, but you know, that can change in an instant. So hopefully that's the case.
And I also at times get that feeling he's in his mind a little bit. He's taken some pitches that he could crush.
Yeah.
But
I think Torque's kind of playing very tight, and it really, I think there's so much variables when it comes to Spencer Torkelson when we've seen this before, where misses like just fastball, center cut. At least he's not missing those. So it's really now. I think teams are starting to. They realize they can go back to just giving him off speed and breaking balls, and as long as he can he avoids that or doesn't make any contact with that, he's fine. Or the teams can neutralize him.
Yeah. Oh, former one-time Tiger minor league legend Gabe Spires in there.
I was gonna say that's a name I haven't heard in a while.
That's a deep cut.
Yeah, definitely deep cut. His numbers are. They have a let's see. I'm trying to think of he was at West.
What did they get for him? He came to the Tigers in the Rick Porcello deal, right? And then they dealt him to like Atlanta or something.
That could be.
Okay, I'm trying to remember. He was. Let's see here. No, he came over from Boston.
Yep. For Porcello.
Yeah, for Porcello, and then they traded him. Okay, so he was traded with Ian Kroll to the Braves for Camden Maben.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what it was. Been with the Mariners since 2022. Trying to find himself a home. He was with the Royals for a while too.
He had a big time season this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
Yeah.
they just traffic. He's been awesome against lefties, and he's been awesome against righties too.
Spice. Yeah, that's you know what I think those are the only two lefties out of the bullpen for the Mariners. Let me triple check that.
I'm pretty sure that's true.
Yeah, let me double check that. Let's see. Do.
Yeah, there's no breaks in the Mariners pitching staff.
I would agree with that.
Julian, good to see you, man. Good to finally meet you. We had lunch earlier. Julian from a fellow baseball writer, associate of mine. We actually took a class with we took a baseball writing class together with Chris Cotulio from the Boston Globe.
Oh, cool.
Class. So he's in town for the Tigers series that starts up. He's gonna be in town for the home game on Tuesday. So he works for Latino Sports and World Baseball. So he's been to a lot more ballparks than I have. But yeah, it's been,
Nice.
yeah. Dan Fernandez, man, good to see Dan in here.
Ooh. Torres did not like that call.
No, he did not.
I don't blame him. That was a crap call.
Yeah.
So
Game day says it was a strike. It's right on the. It's right on the corner.
That's a back for Gary. I agree with leaving him in.
Here we go, Kerry. Tigers lose this game, there's going to be a lot of grousing about this umpire all night.
Yeah. I mean, they also have to remember that the Tigers did not score with runners in scoring position yet again. 1 for 7 so far.
I don't usually hear too much about umpires just calling a hell of a game. You know, if you hear about umpires, it's usually the other side.
It's very true.
Thanks, 40 Gamble. We like doing these. Like I was improv. We were gonna record the podcast earlier, but then I thought about it, and somebody asked about if we were gonna do a live stream again. I was like, screw it. This is what I'm doing anyways. I'm watching the game at home, tweeting about it. So why not invite some people, hang out? We're all doing this anyway. So, as far as tomorrow goes, I'm not sure. Hopefully, I don't know if I can do the stream the whole time too. I have to get up really early on Monday because we have a big conference thing on Monday at the MGM Casino. So we'll see if I can get Chris on here tomorrow. He's hanging out with his son tonight, and that always family time is always more important. So
you bet.
100%.
It's a half hour earlier start tomorrow, right?
Yeah, I believe so. So. Yeah, well, I appreciate it, Tony. Yeah, this is we wanted to have an alternative. I know a lot of the national broadcasters. If you're listening to Dan Dickerson, great. So, but a lot of the announcing. Who's doing the games for ESPN? Was it Sean McDonough?
Yes.
I love Sean McDonough. Sean McDonough's good. He's good at it. Yeah.
It felt like in one of the games, it felt like the broadcasters were desperate for Cleveland to win. The game that Todd Frazier was on, maybe, or is that?
Was that? Yeah, Todd Frazier. Did he play for Cleveland, or he played the White Sox? Didn't he? But did he end up playing for Cleveland at all towards a?
I don't recall that.
No, I don't think so.
Sometimes I just wondered, did they play with some of these guys? Did they play with some of the coaches?
Yeah, oh yeah.
You know some guys in the front office that just kind of lean that way, even if they don't know they're doing it.
Yeah, Salty, that's right. Lines right into the Tigers. Get your drinks early tomorrow. Yeah, Frazier was not that good. AJ Brzezinski's not that bad, but he is. I mean, I think that of the national people, I think to me, the ultimate still is Chip Carey. I'm glad he doesn't do national games anymore.
Chip Carey.
Chip Carey's
He's
terrible.
your boy.
Yeah, but game 163. Everybody remembers game 163 and how much. I mean, he ended up not getting canceled from doing national games because of how biased he was.
Yeah, and I always remember he goes, "There's a hit. Oh, it's caught."
Brzezinski, but didn't Brzezinski? I thought he was doing games though, wasn't he? I know he's doing I know he's doing the part of that podcast network that Cody and Kieran's on. By the way, those guys are from Foul Territory. He was just asking why Carey was squinting so hard on the broadcast.
Oh, bringing in Canely.
Matt Versurgen. Yeah, you know what, Matt. He did MLB The Show, and I think I got burned out from his voice hearing it so much because of the show. I think Harold Reynolds is not that good either. I don't think Harold Reynolds is,
I got a lot of issues with Harold Reynolds.
Yeah, he says a lot of dumb things.
That Hot Stove Show, I'm in their demo for that show all winter long. I skip it half the time because of Vaskursian and Harold.
No, that's a shame.
AJ has a personality. I thought it was just a great value bar stool. Oh man. Oh. All right.
All right, Raj, what do you got for Canely here? What's he going to do?
Change up? Change up. 3 straight change ups so far. All varying from 87 to 87. I know one concern from him is fastball velocity was a little down, which kind of doesn't set up a changeup. So Cody Saberhagen here. Suarez has hit 193 against changeups. Victor Robles has hit 143 against changeups. That's probably why he's in the game.
Yeah,
Yep.
and it kind of makes sense that you know 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, ideally you're going to want either Finnegan or Best facing the top and the middle of the lineup. So yeah. I kind of agree with Canely here. We'll see how it works out.
Ooh, yanked that one.
Yeah. Oh, that was a deep out there. Okay, so there's an out, so that's all that matters. All right, there we go.
It found a glove, man. That's all that matters.
Who's left in the Tigers bullpen? Betts, Finnegan, Hannafy,
Yeah.
Kiter.
Yeah.
I think my favorite Tommy Kane reaction was him looking at the Cleveland fans when he was running out of the dugout after they won the other day, and he was just like, that was great. These outs. Yeah, these outs are, except for that one right there. That was it. Yeah. Some of these outs have been screamers. So, what was it the other day you said about the Mariners playing at night versus day? What was that whole thing about? You guys were I can't remember.
I thought, I didn't look it up, but it seems to me because of their marine layer or whatever they call that at night in Seattle, that it's a little harder to hit home runs at night than it is during the day.
Okay.
Oh,
So
Kind of like in Oakland. I remember in Oakland, the nighttime was very depressing of power.
Luke Rayleigh in for Victor Robles here, so some maneuvering here by Wilson. Is Max Clark faster than Parker in covering the outfield? No, Parker is a gazelle out there. I mean, Clark is really fast on the outfield, but I think Parker is a better defender. Personally, that's just me. I think Parker Meadows covers a lot of ground out there.
yeah, I know his defensive numbers are down a little bit this year, but I don't know. And he did misread a few balls there for a while, but I want him out there.
100% agree. And especially if they build, depending what they do with the lineup next year, whether he hits or not, he's worth it to have him out there, in my opinion. And I think he will hit better, like he did last year at points.
Yep.
Yeah.
We were talking earlier. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was saying home runs harder hit at night than day. Okay, all right, thank you.
Okay.
Strike one to Rayleigh was, that looked low. We'll take it.
Yeah.
Oh, that was really bad. I just saw it down in the zone.
There we go. I wish he'd throw. I wish that Canley would throw a couple more fastballs every once in a while. He just got. You guys might be behind, but
Did he strike him out on a fastball?
Yes, he did. Oh, no, change up. Or it was a fastball. Yeah, you're right. It was a fastball. Yeah.
I think 86%. I think that's what he was at changeups this year. I think that's a little extreme, but
yeah.
This is kind of fun with our varying internet speeds of who sees what first.
I just saw the strikeout last. I saw it on game. I saw it on the game day first. Then I saw it afterwards. So
kind of funny.
I like Mitchell. Mitchell's like, I'll shut my mouth. Good job. So Green. So the lineup when we go back to the top of the eighth, tied at 2. Green, Torkelson, and Jones are the scheduled batters.
Sounds like a run to me.
Yeah. Great pitching. Yes.
Yeah.
Really good pitching here. Like some quiet being there. Has been trying to go home since the first inning. Yeah. So it's been interesting. Let me get something to drink while you guys go ahead and conversate here.
Did you watch any other games today, Joe?
What's that?
Did you watch the other games today?
Nope. I was busy with my son all day, so I didn't get a chance. He was watching, YouTube videos, and we were at the playground and
nice.
doing all kind of different stuff. But how about you?
I watched a bit of Yankees Blue Jays, and boy, the Yankees look kind of dead. And we were wondering. Everybody wants to know how if the Mariners would be rusty. Both the teams that were coming off the bye this afternoon came out and kicked butt.
Yep, I saw that. That was really surprising.
And the Blue Jays really looked good. They were looking sharp. I think that's a pretty good team, even without Bo Bichette.
Yeah. They had another guy out, too, don't they? I think Max Scherzer and Chris Bassett were both out, too.
Yeah, they left off the roster, yeah.
Oh, they just got left off. That wasn't from injury?
I don't think so. I think they just decided not to go with Max, which is, when you're in your 40s, I suppose you can't be too surprised. But
yeah.
They went with the young kid. They got that rookie going. He's pitched, 4 games. Trey Savage, he's going in tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that should be interesting to follow, too.
I don't have a lot of love for the Blue Jays, but it would be nice to see the Yankees get knocked out.
Yep, every time. So Jami's due up third, and I wouldn't recommend pinch hitting anyone for him. I don't mind him against righties. So we'll see how this inning goes.
Well, he will work a walk, so it's fine with me. Lefties on the bench right now would be Hernan Perez or Wenzel Perez.
Oh, I forgot about Wenzel. Yeah, that's true.
I have a years-long habit of calling him Hernan Perez.
Oh, yeah.
Over former Tiger legend Hernan Perez.
Yep.
Well, let's see, Riley. Ooh. Okay, 1 out.
So do you go with Vest for in the top of the eighth, or do you go with Finnegan for the top of the lineup?
I'm betting it's Finnegan.
I think you might be right.
Especially if they feel the splitter is the tonic against that part of the lineup. You got to go that route.
Yep.
They got the top of the order coming up for no, it can't be that. Is it
I think it might be. Oh, actually, no. Maybe it might be 7, 8, 9. Let me check real quick. Oh no, I'm sorry. It's 9-1-2.
9-1-2. Yeah, I'd come with Finnegan.
Yeah, I like that. It's because it'll be lefty, righty, and then Rowley hits better lefty, so you kind of do like the splitter against him.
I just think that even if Finnegan were to give it up, I mean, you got to put your best out there right now.
Yep, absolutely.
There's nothing wrong with trying some positivity. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Well, I just think it's so much fun, and in July, sometimes we sit here and we talk about their pitching changes, but now you get into October and boy, tight game like this, every little move is just scrutinized,
Yep.
and there's so many ways to go and talk about it. It's really part of the fun.
Yep.
I mean, positivity in this economy. What's considered an older player in MLB? That's a good question.
Yeah.
I think it depends on. I think it depends on position. So anything over 35 for a pitcher, is that what you guys consider that old? Anything over 35?
I'd say even for position players now, there's not that many guys over 35.
Yeah.
It's funny in the steroid era, guys are playing longer. There were
Yeah.
a lot of dudes extending their career into their late 30s, but as soon as that dried up, the average age started going down.
Yeah.
I feel like Anthony Rizzo's like the perfect example of that. Like back 10, 15 years ago, there's no way he's not in the league this year.
Yeah.
But it's tough out there for, mid to late 30s.
Yeah, once your
Another
number,
thing,
because the number of stats out there that show you mentioned this earlier, Joe, about the K per 9 for Luis Castillo, for example. There's other metrics to show that he still gets outs, but the data points you have, then plus with the advancements of cameras too, they can even see things how energy and well, that's right, but like even how movement has changed, how people can slow down by a certain with bat speed you're looking at, for example. And so those kind of metrics, I'm sure they're looking at all the time. If the bat speed's that slow, like Baez, for example, was hitting his bat speed was slower, but he was hitting putting more contact. His barrel rate was up, so that evens that out, and that you can see why he made more contact. But there's other things that you look at and go, is it age just showing? I hate to say it that way, but is his age showing?
Yep.
Ooh. Torque got a full count.
How does Torque do that? Because Tim, he's a king of taking 97 down the. Yeah.
I feel like Torque does a decent job of seeing spin. Got a decent eye.
Aha.
Yeah, you know what? Every time Matt Brash pitches too, it doesn't look like his delivery doesn't look. It looks like it's all over the place, but the way everything just moves, dances.
Can he hang one slider to Wenzel coming into that bat? The righty-lefty matchup here. Torkelson with a nice walk.
What's that, you?
Torque drew a nice walk here. Real patient.
All right. Wenzel Perez would be ideal, would be clutch here. That was a very good at bat.
I know that he has better numbers right-handed this year, but his swing just looks better to me left-handed. I don't know. I like him a little bit better from the left-hand side.
Seems like he's more open when he bats left-handed and gets through the ball better to me, too. I agree. He looks a little closed off when he bats right-handed.
Yeah.
Of course, I always make the disclaimer here. I am neither a scout nor a hitting coach.
No kidding.
So,
Same here.
Look, all I want Perez to do is just put the ball in play. Just put the ball in it sounds as simple as just get on base and let right now he has thrown 5 straight, I think it's 5 straight balls.
yeah.
They got another mound visit coming. Look, Perez just all he needs to do, just do what he did the other day. Simplify your approach, get on play, get on base. Just drive Torque over. Yeah, 1 out. For the love of God, just get him over the third. Get him in scoring position.
Seems like Wenzel's in the middle of stuff a lot of the times too. He's in the middle of a lot of Tigers rallies, so hopefully it can be a spark plug here too.
Here we go.
Yeah, this ump is kind of
Fouled off one to hit.
Jay the Man says probably not winning this on a single swing. Gonna have to string some hits together. I kind of agree with that. I don't. I think Seattle. It's tough. Oh, I was just gonna say it's tough. I feel like it's tough to hit home runs off the back end of their bullpen, and Wenzel just missed one.
I just saw the replay of it.
Oh, so close. Oh yeah, Przinsky's talking about what I mentioned earlier. Those sliders are coming right into Perez. He can run into one of these. He struck out.
Mm-mm.
Pretty good at bat though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still frustrating though.
It is, but he gave him a fight. He really did.
Damn. So Dingler, it's up to Dingler.
All right. I'll go too. That's fine. Do you need some?
Really can take me up, right? Or I could sleep on Blues coach.
I like the way Tim said. Yeah, the fans don't get restless when they get the 3 inches off the plate. Yeah, I mean this umpiring has been brutal, but the Tigers should also do stuff when the guys are on base. It's that simple.
Yeah, they were threatening earlier in the game and kind of missed a couple opportunities. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite them.
Tigers are now 1 for 7 with runners on base.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck! Come on! Ugh. What the hell? Yep. Head to the bottom of the eighth, 2-2. Yeah. This is yeah. You don't want to leave it up to the umps. The Tigers have to do what they have to do. You don't leave it up for the umps to. You don't leave you don't play ump ball, in other words. But how much B? I mean, that's a good point. How much BS do you have to swing at to protect the plate? Yeah, oh, you're right. I mean, they're adjusting it accordingly. So, man, this is brutal.
Rod, do you think it's going to be Finnegan for the top of the eighth?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, yeah. By the way, Dan said this. He goes, the league has done so much creative offense, and some's like, hold my beer. Yeah. I mean, they have to. Yeah, you're right. You can't. Yeah, Finnegan is in now for the eighth inning. Yeah, I don't blame the guys for swinging at what they're swinging at, because if they don't, it might be called a strike.
Yeah. Yeah, it's tough when you have to have that in the back of your mind at the plate.
You also don't want like I was just saying, you don't want to leave the game in the umpire's hands. You really don't.
Yep.
Yeah, I can't wait for the ABS system next year. I don't know if you guys have seen a lot of it in implementation. I can't wait for that. I really think it's going to be a good change of pace. But also, I'm not sure they're not gonna put the swing check in place yet. That's going to be sweet when you've seen that. I don't know if you guys seen the.
I have not.
That is really cool to see when they do it. I saw it in Lakeland a couple times during the games where you see how the check swing meter goes with the camera or with the graphic. It's pretty cool.
when the ABS comes in next year, I stick up for umpires' law, as we mentioned earlier, but I actually am 100% in favor of that. I think it's going to be very good. I have actually talked about many times.
Yeah.
We could have more challenges than just the two. Because, the other day in that Padres game, the Cubs, when the Padres lost their minds, people said, well, next year that'll be a strike or a ball. That was in the ninth inning with two challenges. There's no guarantee that call's getting fixed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That may not be. That might have to stand. So
And
I would do one challenge per inning, and I don't think that would slow the game down a bit.
you know what though? I think I think it would to a certain extent because I think some ways a manager would use that as some sort of strategic advantage somehow to slow the cadence of down number
Slowing
pitches like
tactic or
that.
something?
Yeah, a slowing down tactic. So that's where I think I do like what you're saying with it, but at the same time, you could see somebody easily manipulating that to that somehow, some way.
I hear you.
All right, so J.P. Crawford flies out to Parker Meadows for the first out.
Man.
How much you want to bet if it's 2 p.m. that's a home run?
Yeah. Yeah, you were just talking about that.
Could Parker Meadows or Greg Maddox been successful with ABS? Yeah, I still think so. I mean, he could throw. He's the kind of guy that could throw through a keyhole from 60 feet away. I mean, it just seemed like he was that kind of have that accuracy to him.
I think he threw those pitches wide because they gave them to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, well, you're gonna give me that. Okay, I'll take it.
Yeah. I mean, he was the last of the guys who couldn't throw without velocity. I mean, he couldn't survive in this game now without the velocity. I mean, the average velocity now of the fastball has gone up every year in the last 5 years. 98's norm.
Yep.
Yeah, Reyes Rosarena later in the game, the more he has a chance, the more I'm just like, I'm biting my nails the entire time.
The guy is not afraid of the moment.
No.
Yeah, Kyle got away with one.
Yeah, I did.
Pitch.
Middle here. Eyes up.
Tim, that's funny. Tim goes, Tiger players would have gotten concussions from many helmet taps when they would have gotten head today. What am I doing?
Here it comes. There's another one deep to the wall. Cuts.
Yeah, two balls of the warning track, just how you draw it up.
I remember when they got Finnegan, his first 8 innings or whatever
Yeah.
was strikeout or was all shutout innings. But he gave up. Every hard hit ball found a glove.
Yeah.
Every single one. Or a home run went about 2 feet foul.
Yep.
He was living right. He was pitching well, don't get me wrong, but he was also living on the right side of luck.
Yes, he was.
Cal Riley doing Cal Riley things. Another single for him. Yeah. Salty, I agree with you. Just walk the guy. But that's not Hinch. But that's not Hinch's style. Hinch is never going to do that.
I will take the single.
Holy crap! No, good call. Check out the. If you guys are having, let me show you where the single was. Wow. All right, I'm gonna share this. Okay, guys. This is for everybody, ladies and gentlemen. Look what he did here on this. Look where he hit this.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Man.
3 balls off the plate.
Let me see if I can zoom in more. Crap. Right here. Hey, hold on. Look at that.
Man.
At least 3 balls off the plate, maybe more.
But look how you put that splitter in, Uper. Look how far how far outside that was. Oh my God.
All right. Got to get this guy.
Jeez, oh Pete. Oops. Yeah.
Ooh.
Splitter so far.
Ball one just missed, huh?
Yep.
You're right, R1. You can't complain about good hitting. I mean, that was money right there. All right.
Are you seeing what they're saying about no doubles defense? That's pretty funny.
Yeah. That other ball, ball three, or that second ball, the first ball should have been a strike. That was a strike. You're right.
Yes. Hawk Harrelson would say, grab some bench.
Oh, thank God. All right. Now let's see here.
Well, the Javi Baez home run will play well now.
Yep.
You got him to fish for something ugly.
Yeah, surprising that one felt like it was never quite a strike.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Oh, yeah, it was bad. Yeah, it was ugly.
Ooh. All right. McKinstry, Baez, and Meadows are scheduled batters as we head to the top of the ninth. Yeah. Again, everybody, thank you for everybody who has tuned in this evening. Much appreciated. And yeah, we'll probably end up doing this tomorrow. I will not be on the whole time tomorrow. There's no way I can stay until 11 tomorrow. It'll be past my. It's a school night tomorrow.
That's true.
Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur before treatment.
Yeah, definitely. Finnegan psyched them out. Absolutely.
Then they play Tuesday afternoon, right?
Yep. They play at 4:00 in Detroit.
Oh, 4 o'clock. Okay.
What day is the 4:00 game?
Tuesday.
Yeah.
And I think also, I believe Wednesday as well. There's a game 4.
Those games I have to watch on replay, like at night, because of my son. So just no one posts anything about it on Twitter.
Or just don't avoid Twitter altogether.
Yeah. We'll hold you up there, Joe. We won't do anything. We'll take the night off.
You know, Sean, I could probably trust you to run the game tomorrow. I think Chris will be on tomorrow. So, it's 3:08 Wednesday. Thank you, Dan. Yeah, I could trust you with this, Sean. I could definitely trust you maintaining the peace in here. Yeah, you know what though. If you get down there, here's the thing about Detroit traffic. If you have the day off, and you leave, let's say around 2 o'clock, it depends on where you're coming from. So, for example, I live, I guess the west side, or I live in Dearborn. So there's 2 different ways for me to get there. I could take 75 south, and I could go through that to M10, or take 94 to the lodge, all that. Tiger's Twitter is, I don't know. Let's not talk about Tiger. We've had a good night. Let's not talk about Tiger's Twitter. So you have to, there's so many different ways you can get through Detroit traffic. So if you're coming, it depends on how you're going to angle it. But as long as you leave, I think everybody's going to be working. So I think you'll be fine. It just depends on what time you leave your house and where you're coming from.
No, but I am really so just think about it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, downtown companies hybrid work schedules all Wednesdays mandatory on site. Yeah, that's true. Good point. Takes Twitter or Bless You Boys chat. Ooh, I haven't been on Bless You Boys chat in a while. Brandon has told me some horror stories about it. Yeah, I have to work down. So I work on the east side. So I work over by the city airport. That's where I work. So going on 94, and this is my first time adjusting back to work. I was working from home for the last almost 3 years. So working now, I leave my house. I have to be at work by 8:30. I have to leave my house at 7:30 because 94 going eastbound is an adventure.
Okay, Anthony Munoz gave up a home run to Baez last year. Why not do it again? That was fun the first time.
Yeah.
Remember the walk-off.
Oh, you know what? Our Discord. I think our Discord's a really good chat, by the way. So for anybody that doesn't know who's on or who's not on our Discord, I think our Discord, Sean, we should brag about our Discord a little more. So I'll put for those who have not joined our Discord, I'll put a link in there. We have quite a bit of a following there, 300 people. As long as you're not a dick. If you're a dick, we'll immediately kick you out. I have people in there to kick people out. I don't put up with a lot of dick but like behavior in there. Let's see here. I'll put the chat in here. Record.
Javi missed one anyway.
I'm starting to wonder. I wonder if Finnegan's going to come back out for the 9th. I was just checking out who's left in the pen, and
It's
so,
I was wondering the same thing.
Yeah. So who we got left in the pen? Brennan Hannafy.
Javi stung that ball, boy.
Yeah, he did. I think Hannafy, Kyler Montero, and Bull Best. I think that's what we got left.
Well, the other day, I was surprised Hinch said he didn't bring in Vest because they didn't have the lead. And if he holds to that, then it's got to be Hannafy or Montero.
Yep. And they've got – who made the last out for Seattle? Let's see.
Julio.
So they got left.
Naylor.
Yep. And that's a tough matchup for Hannafy, but
absolutely.
I wonder if it's going to be Finnegan again.
Dude, Munoz is just throwing. I mean, he's just slinging it in there. Slider.
Yeah, he's nasty.
Yeah. Anthony or Andres Munoz is, I think, one of the best closers in all of baseball.
Hopefully he's got a. I mean, obviously the Tigers got to get through the 9th, but hopefully that he's on a 1-inning mission tonight.
Yeah. You wonder if that was part of the reasoning why they didn't stick with Herter a little bit longer, is because they're expecting him to pitch every game this series. You know, that could have been part of it.
Sure.
Strikes him out or lines him out. So head to the bottom of the 9th.
It's gonna be very fun to see what the pitching move is here.
Yeah.
Very instructive of what. Personally, I think you have to extend the game, right?
Yeah.
I go with Vest.
Yeah.
I worry about closing it later. Or I come back with Finnegan.
Yeah, I think it's got to be one of I think it's got to be one of those two.
I mean, you don't want Hannafy against Naylor. My gosh, there's no way.
Yeah,
I'd rather go with Hannafy.
If I'm not mistaken, Jorge Polanco. Or no, I think he hits. I think he hits lefties a little bit better, but Suarez hits righties better too.
Yeah.
So
this is a part of the lineup. Where any one swing, it's a one swing kind of type of lineup.
Yeah.
Part of this. I mean, any of those guys can hit.
Yep. As I said earlier, the solo shot is lurking everywhere here.
Yeah. I have that. I wish I had the Jaws music playing. I mean, so
yeah.
That's
Never heard of half of these guys, and the ones I do know are way past their prime.
Most of these guys never had a prime.
Yeah, maybe that's the case here. We'll see. But
are your sources telling you who's warming up?
I don't see anybody. No, none as of yet. Oh, Vest is coming in. There he is.
There you go. You called it.
I think it's the right move. Doesn't matter if it's not a save.
Yeah.
You put in Hannafy or something, you may never get a save situation.
Oh, Lumen, I think that, comments rank. So let me see if this is right. Yeah, so you're earning XP. This is a new thing that YouTube's doing. So it's a good thing. In other words, why you have a crown next to your name. So, yeah, it's like Sean right now is number 1. Sean has the most, so he's got that. So it's a good thing. So right now you have 225 XP points. So for everybody who's this XP stuff is like very Final. Anybody who plays role playing games like Final Fantasy 7 or whatever, it's a weird element to it. Yeah, they need to steal this game. This would be awesome if they could steal this.
Oh, they win this game, and then you got Tark tomorrow night.
Yeah,
Doesn't get better than that.
you know this doesn't get better. There you go. Pop out to start the out. Right. Let's go.
One pitch outs are nice too, because that could bring them back in the 10th.
Yeah.
Not to put the cart before the horse here, but
Yeah.
Although someone will point out how bad Vest has been in the 10th inning this year.
Yeah, I know. I've seen that too.
I don't think you can worry about that now.
A little extra motivation for Vest too, because I mean, this is a team that picked them in the Rule 5 and then sent them back to Detroit. So
yeah.
Whew. Still, I mean, regardless of the Tigers, it was funny. I saw earlier that Tigers have been using the same uniform, like to just been washing, and they haven't had the same kind of. So I wonder if they have any superstitions about like wearing the same socks or anything like that.
Sure. There you go. 2 pitch out.
Yep. Seattle's trying to win it right here. One swing.
That's the problem with tie games, man. People get homer happy.
I love Jay the Man here, Tigers Twitter person. But what about his 2 innings of his 10th inning appearances where he has an ERA of 504.67? Yeah.
Here we go.
I like the No Manfred Runner. Manfred Runner sounds like the name of like a post-apocalyptic movie.
Yeah.
Like Manfred Runner.
Logan's Run.
Yeah. L.A. 2024. Rob Manfeld has ruined everything. Manfred Runner. All right, so 1 and 2 count. Feeling pretty good here. Any strike? Yeah! Boom!
Called strike. How do you like that umpire now?
That was a strike. It was a strike. That was probably his best call of the night. That was a legitimate strike. Yeah. All right, so we go to the 10th inning. Free postseason baseball.
7 pitches for Will Vest. He can come back.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you would have to think.
Yeah.
Here's a question for you guys: How much thought do you think that they put into? There were some people talking online about starting Scuba on 3 days rest. I think that there's just no way they will do that. I don't know how much time they would have spent even discussing that. I didn't see that happening.
So, by the way, if Suarez did hit a home run here, Tim, every 97-1, you know that Jeff Rieger, I love Jeff Rieger. Jeff Rieger is an awesome human being. But you know, every 97-1 would have been like, this is what happens when you don't make a trade for Suarez, 248-539. You know that would happen that way. So, thankfully, it didn't happen. So, there you go.
Okay, so do they come back with Munoz again?
I would.
I would think they have to.
Yeah. Although it would be interesting to see, let's look up. I mean, he's not a really multi-inning guy, is he?
Probably not. But
no.
I think the top of the lineup's coming up for Detroit. You would think.
But that just. I mean, he's one of the probably 5 best relievers in the American League. We know that. Maybe 3 best.
Yeah.
But just really opens the door for Carpenter and Green.
40 Gumble says Pat would have blamed it all on Benetti.
Very true.
Well, if he wasn't, he was too busy calling the game and not paying attention to gaming. All these Seinfeld references I don't get because I don't watch TV because I do sports talk radio all the time. Anyway,
Yeah, Benetti with some 80s rock reference or
yeah.
something. Yeah. Oh, can you see my dog here? Hang on. Her name is Sweet Lou.
Oh,
Oh,
There
sweet
she goes.
Lou.
There she is. Hello, Lou.
St.
We're
Pete,
gonna,
Florida.
hi,
Johnny.
dog here.
we're gonna scratch Sweet Lou's chin for some luck here.
Oh, Lou that dog. Oh, yeah.
Sweet Lou.
Johnny K, thank you for joining us. Got him, Tigers. Super fan since 1963. He was at the 68 World Series. Welcome aboard, Johnny K. That's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah. That's a puppers. Yeah. The producer of the show, for those who know, hang on, let me see if I can
All right.
get a better angle.
Thank you, Lou.
There she is.
We got the Sweet Lou luck going for us here. Let's go.
There's Lucy Lou.
Oh,
Wait, hold on. I hope if I'm
Nice.
There he is. As soon as they go on, the bed has to be in here, or she does not. She'll cry the whole entire time.
oh.
Lulu, hey, Lulu, you want to say hi to everybody? No, now you know you're on camera. You're not gonna do anything. Okay, that's what she does.
Ever hit it hard, just right at.
Line drive right at him.
Yeah, classic rules in extra innings. Nobody starts on second base in extra innings. So
Luminate says, do you guys think Scoob pitches more than one game if this series goes deep? Yeah, he would be on 4 days rest for Game 5 too.
yeah, no ghost runners. Yeah, no ghost runners at all in the extra innings. Look, if Carpenter goes deep here, he puts himself in like the Tigers legend status as far as like postseason legend status goes here.
Come on, brother. Here we go. It's interesting how Carpenter calls timeout after one strike all the time.
Yes,
Yeah.
I've noticed that too.
It has to be on purpose because it's way too often to be a coincidence.
That second strike was bullshit. Wow, I just looked at him straight on the man. This guy sucks. Man, seriously, you can't. How are you gonna make contact on that? Come on. So a walk is good. A walk is just as good. Let me see if I can share the screen real quick on the strike, or strike in quotations. Look at that. That pitch right here, right there was a strike. No, pitch number 2 was a strike. That's ridiculous. Yeah, it's ridiculous. Okay.
Game day is like hanging there now.
Yeah.
Oh, called out on strikes. I'm sure.
Let me see what this call is. That's a bullshit. That's bull. I mean, that is bottom of the zone. I guess. I know we can't rely on the boxes for everything, but good lord.
Oof. What's interesting about this umpire is his zone has moved from giving a lot of high strikes early. Now he's down at the bottom of the zone giving strikes to a different pitcher, but still.
I can't wait to see the ump card after this.
It's usually better than you think.
Yeah, usually, you're right.
Oh, Riley swung that ball for.
Oh my god, that was so bad. Oh my god. Maybe he felt like he had to protect it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Struck him out.
Que la mierda. Coño tu puta madre, joder. Yeah, salty. Like Salty's comment here, he had a dinner reservation to get to. I swore in Spanish, Grayson. I didn't. I didn't spell anything. I just swore in Spanish.
Gotta imagine Will Best will be back out there for the 10th.
So they got Canzone, Rayleigh, and Crawford. So we got what? All lefties.
All lefties.
But they don't have a lefty out in the pen anyway, so what's the difference?
Yeah.
Grayson's like, I understood that one. Yeah, I'll try to keep the stream on my end stopped working, so I've had to watch game day the entire time for the last 2 innings now.
Oh, really?
Oh, no.
Sean, so Sean puts up something there. He said, I'm in 1,000% minority. I do not believe Riley Green is a cornerstone player you play the big bucks to ever. So that was horrible. They're gonna have to do some small ball. You know, Sean, I kind of have to agree with you. You know, like, you know what? I think I have that. I used to have that Jurassic Park reference in here, but instead, let me see what I have. Hold on. You know what? I think we have some appropriate for the umpires. I don't know if you guys can hear this.
I got a few names I like to call him.
Or how about this one?
Get off our show! Fair weather idiot!
Or no, I know we have one for the umps. This is appropriate.
You don't know anything! You don't know squat, you stupid idiot! All right, we're gonna move on here.
What?
All right, so I'll mute Uper there because he's talking to his daughter, I believe, is back there. You know, Dan Fernandez, Riley Green might be Alex Gordon. You know what? Oh wait, hold on. Nope. Oh, there we go. Sorry about that, you. I was trying.
No, sorry, I had to walk away.
Trying to add you back. Okay. There's a quick out or sorry. You know, Riley Green. It's a swinger. It's an all or nothing swing. He doesn't. You're gonna need a. I think the Tigers also need to get some table setters to really help Green, the maximize Green and Torkelson better. They need a couple guys that can hit in front of them too. But as far as like, is he a front like a guy you pay a lot of money to? Yeah, I mean, yeah, Cal never. That's a good point. Hopefully, the K rate can be. That's a good debate to have. I don't know.
When you think about a long-term deal for him, you do have to factor in. I'm sure they'll look at the aging patterns of guys with uppercut swings like that, but also the fact that he kind of runs like an old man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you also don't want to. You don't want to run into whether he give him a contract that ends up like Brian Buxton, where you have to watch his at bats all the time or how many times he plays the field because basically Buxton's running bone on bone essentially right now.
Exactly.
He's pretty shot. Luis Ariz, Tim, I talked about that earlier. That's such a great idea. God, that'd be awesome.
I think Kevin McGonigal is going to be setting the table for Riley Green next year.
Yeah, more than likely. I mean, you just look. If a guy can hit you, find a place to play him. He run like Jack Sparrow. my brother says he kind of runs like Daphne from Scooby Doo. I'm never gonna say it. Yeah. All right, let's see here.
2 down.
Oh, all right. This is a part of the lineup I'm not really, knock on wood, concerned with.
2 down. Here comes Crawford.
I mean, he hit one to the warning track last time, correct?
Yep.
That's a good point. Yeah, small ball Brewers hung 9 on the Cubbies. The Cubs. I know the Brewers have choked in the postseason. Seattle has too, but it might be a little different this year for Milwaukee. They're due.
Ooh. Crawford is ahead in the count.
Crazy. Will Vest could be on the Mariners right now.
Yeah. Well, Vest is at 18 pitches. It's 2-2 count.
That first ball, ball was a strike earlier in the night.
That's what I felt like too.
Yeah.
Got him. All right, so Vest has thrown 19 pitches. Not much, really.
Yeah.
I know.
Do you come back against the top of the order with him?
I wonder how many times he's gone 3 innings this year, or in his career.
Ever. Probably not that many.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Maybe none. But he's also, hasn't pitched in the extra innings of the division series very often either.
That's so true. Yeah, I mean, I'm thinking it's more about the number of pitches too. And 19, I'm sure he's gone 35 to 40 this year.
Sure. Here's what I think. He's now pitched 2 innings. He's probably off the table tomorrow, unless it's an emergency. Maybe you bring. Boy, the top of that order is coming up. Do you really want to throw Hannafy to those Wolves?
I know.
I like Tina. Tina's rallying the troops here. Yeah, she's absolutely right. They need to score here. It's just as simple as that. They have to, score more than one. I don't feel safe with just a one run lead with the top of the order for the Mariners coming up. I really don't. I go with Hannafy because he has a sinker, but then again, look at Cal Riley earlier. Again, that ball he hit off the plate, it doesn't matter. Oh man, something special this year we're witnessing.
The other option is to get Montero warmed up and say you got the rest of the night, big guy.
Yep.
No, I don't. I wouldn't want to risk Flaherty or Mize. Yeah, I agree with you, Scott. You're gonna have Montero's gonna have to be on a potential length because you don't want to put those starters in there yet.
I agree with that.
Dookie Pickle says, Uper, if the Tigers win this game, I'm celebrating with a couple of pastries from Tony's Country Kitchen in Laurium, Michigan?
Laurium, Michigan, you bet. Well, first off, those are pasties.
Pasties, okay. Pastries? Did I say pastries? I said pastries.
Pastries.
Yeah.
Although they do have really good cookies at Tony's Country
Kitchen. All right.
But the pasties are excellent. They're an institution. I grew up about a quarter of a mile from Tony's Country Kitchen. So, Dookie, I hope you enjoy that tomorrow. Enjoy one for me.
The meat, I love a good meat pie.
Send me a frozen one.
So, how does Carlos Vargas fared against the Tigers this year? Let's see here. He's now.
Well, he's about to fare poorly.
Yep. I like that. I like that attitude.
So, Baez has got a hit against him. Digler's got two hits against him. And that's really about it. Right-hander.
You brought up a good point earlier about I feel the same way. When it gets to extra innings, I think guys are trying to hit home runs a little bit. I think just naturally.
Yeah.
I think what the Tigers need is to Just try to trust the guy behind you, and if he's going to give you a walk, you got to take it.
It's so interesting. I mean, obviously home runs win in the postseason, but a lot of times these tie games are, a bloop the other way gets
Yep.
the whole thing rolling. Just get the bat on it, or a walk. Walk would be pretty nice.
Yep.
Yeah, that the Hilltop place is still open.
The Hilltop in Lance?
Yeah,
Yes.
I heard they got.
Closed for a while, then reopened. World's largest cinnamon rolls.
I was gonna say, didn't they also have really good prime rib?
I'm sure they did. Yeah.
Yeah. By the way, if you want to check out what these cinnamon rolls look like,
Yeah, I was just about to say I'd like to lay eyes on those.
About the size of your head.
Yeah, diabetes. That's all I'm gonna say. Diabetes.
Torque's got a full count, baby. Here we go.
Where the heck is what? Let's look it up on the map. Where is?
Oh. Fouled off a middle slider. I mean middle.
So, according to, I'm gonna look at this up here. That is way up in the UP. Way up in the UP.
Everything's way up in the UP.
Yeah. Before my computer crashes.
You never hear down low in the UP.
No. It is like
way up there.
It's way up there.
Hey, we love those base on balls.
Yeah. All right.
Do you run for Torkelson?
You got Trey on the bench.
That's not the worst idea.
Yeah, but then no, you need somebody strong at playing first base.
Oh, yeah, you do. Hey, put McKinstry over there, he'd be fine.
Eastern base of the wow. Okay, so that is pretty far up.
Andy Abania is still on the bench too, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Bunt.
He could play first base.
Press isn't bad at bunter either, for the record.
Walks are beautiful.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Bunt. I never thought in a million years we want this. The sexy bunt has returned.
Yeah, bunting with Torkelson running out there is not.
Yeah. I say Livonia, Sean. Livonia is your property value would be good. There's nothing wrong with Ypsilanti, but I don't know. Livonia's a solid place to live, honestly. Smack right dab in the middle of like good freeway access too. Yeah, that ball was a strike. I'm looking at that now in the zone. Smack right dab in the middle of like good freeway access too. Did I hear myself?
Here we go.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, he popped up the butt. Foul ball.
Yeah, Livonia is very Chris' hometown originally is from Ypsilanti, but yeah, Livonia is really cool. It's got Costco too, if that factors in anything.
Underrated moment here from someone who sits behind the plate a lot. Cal Raleigh just got buzzed by over 100-mile-an-hour ball right to the face.
Yep, he did.
Ooh.
Now that he might hit a home run next inning, but I'll tell you, that sticks with you a while.
Now you wonder if they pinch run for Torque.
There you go, Torque, wild pitch.
Luke Jackson, Tiger legend Luke Jackson, just Cody Saberhagen just tweeted it out. I think he's warming up. Put him in concussion protocol. That would leave him the rest of the season. That would screw over.
100%. He's got a concussion. He's got to get out of there.
Yeah.
Of course, Mitch Garver will probably beat us anyway.
Fort Livonia transmission plant. That's where my buddy Dave worked at. 100 miles an hour there from Vargas. Also suffered from a lot of concussion issues. Terry Mills, former Piston power forward, Michigan great Terry Mills. Press strike.
Yeah.
Struck him up.
All right, so next batter is Dylan Dingler. So just guess a hit would be nice. Yeah, somebody mentioned. I think Sean mentioned the Tigers have not had a hit since the 5th inning. They're 1 for 8 with runners in scoring position. Break the damn open again. That was all right. That was a strike. Okay, fair.
Ooh.
Wouldn't mind a little line shot the other way from Dylan right here.
Yeah. As far as tiebreaker goes, are you talking about like in a game, or are you talking about in a series, or like season series?
Struck him. All right, Javier. Happiness.
Hey!
Happiness. Happiness.
You look like you're at a Grateful Dead concert.
Let's fucking go! Yeah!
McKinstry found some grass. Unbelievable. Off the end of the bat. I'll tell you.
Oh, he's still second too. Balls of steel. Balls.
Perfectly placed.
Yeah.
The old leadoff walk comes around.
Let's see.
I don't know. I'm bringing Will Vest out for the 11th. I haven't seen him. I haven't seen that he's pitched 3 innings, but he's at 19 pitches. I don't know if you go to Kiter. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
19. He's only thrown 19 pitches.
Clutch
Stealing
McKinstry.
this game
Man.
means a lot. Adrenaline-wise, he's ready to rock.
Oh yeah. He one thing he's not short of is adrenaline.
J.K. Simmons' daughter's favorite player does it again.
Oh.
Kane's already out of the game. Kane pitched earlier, so he's not.
Baez was ready to hit one, trying to hit one to Idaho there.
He's trying to get some of those Taco John potato things you love so much, Uper. Is there any Taco Johns in Minnesota?
Oh, yeah. There's run right by my son's school.
Apparently, they're opening one up in Michigan at some point soon.
Oh, potato olays. You're going to love them.
I had them before. I had them when I was down in Iowa. When I went to go see when you recommended it to me when we had the pizza place.
Ah, yes.
Yeah. They weren't bad. Those weren't bad. The tacos were kind of eh. The potatoes.
Yeah, tacos are great.
Yeah.
A lot of people go there, just get the potato olays and a pop, and they're good.
Yeah.
Baez swung at a pitch that would have hit him in the belly button if he didn't swing at it.
Yeah. To be fair. See my vest. See my vest. Grounds
Okay.
up. All right. Well.
All right.
Oh, so really, there was a couple Taco John's in West Michigan. Wow, I did not know that. Wow, I had no idea. I used to live off of Alpine, and I lived in. I used to work in radio for people. Some people know this, but some people don't. I used to work for WGRD in Grand Rapids back in 2007, 2008. I worked on radio for a year, and I lived over off of Alpine in Comstock Park. And I moved back because unfortunately my mom was in her passing. My mom was dying of cancer, so I wanted to be back closer to my family and everything. But
Sure.
yeah, anyway, West Michigan. Nothing but respect for West Michigan. Alpine has some really good food places out that way too.
We had someone asking about tiebreakers. So the Tigers, they tied with the Indians for first place in the American League Central. But the reason that the Indians won the Central is because they won the season series against the Tigers.
That's why I was trying to figure out the tiebreaker question better.
Yeah.
So that's why Houston did not make it, because the Tigers had a better record or the Tigers versus record against Houston. Kyler Montero's in for Will Vest.
Ooh. Well,
Nope, Montero's in. Go ahead.
I would have went with Vest, but I understand. I like this more than I like Hanafi.
Yeah.
Come
All
on,
right.
big man.
Strap in. Montero, for the love of God.
I think Kiter. I kind of like Kiter's mound presence. I think he's got it in him. We'll find out. We'll find out together.
I just hope he attacks. I hope he doesn't.
Kyler Montero's in. Yep.
Just don't dink around. Attack these guys. Get after them. Win or
You know
lose.
what? I forgot to change my scoreboard thing. What am I doing here?
This kind of comes back to when, they pulled Finnegan after one inning. It could have been 2-2, but hindsight's always 20/20.
Yeah.
Let's see what Kiter's got.
Let's get rid of this. Add new layer. I've been a big Montero guy. I'm still stick with Montero.
It's a beautiful thing. Extra, your team's in extra innings. You're up a run. You got an unproven kid in there with some talent, and three of the best hitters in the world coming up. That's pretty cool. Throw him some high heat. Upstairs. Come on. Make that umpire give you that high strike.
Oh, everybody's butthole is puckered up right now. Brandy shot if they win. Yes, I will. I will have my brandy ready to go. In fact, wait a minute. You know what? I'm not giving a look at it right now. It's not even a look at it right now. Let's just one thing at a time. One thing at a time.
Yes. Little 5-3.
100% butthole puckered.
McKinstry did a good job cutting off Baez and taking that.
Yes, he did.
Do you walk him? You know what, Salty? It's not a bad idea either.
No, it's a really bad idea, and I'll tell you why.
Ah!
Come on, baby.
By the way, I'm almost out of brandy, so if you want to potentially sponsor, yeah. Okay. Now this is the big. Yeah, this is a guy.
Popped up a curveball.
I'm more worried about him. This Julio.
Oof. Oh, Cal, looks like you're gonna cry, buddy. Calm down.
He looked a little sad there.
A little distraught.
Yes.
Montero's pitch that popped him up didn't do much.
No.
Thank you, Tim. Coño, tu puta madre me parió, joder.
All right.
A little too much of the plate.
That's okay.
You know, they got the lefty with some power up. That's a little scary.
That's an interesting first pitch I just saw.
Oh my.
Jacob, yeah, he is throwing strikes like a man.
Shoo.
Ooh. Dingler framed that beautifully.
Yeah. Stole one.
I love this song. By the way, just past midnight. Thank you. We've got almost 1,800 people that have tuned in tonight, so thank you. That was
great.
really, really awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
You've back at the
yes!
again.
Yes! Hold on. Wait. Hold on. Wait a minute. We also have another tradition here for the live stream. For those who've watched the live stream, we have another tradition I do that is stolen from another team, but it's okay. You guys know where I'm going with. You may know where I'm going with this.
Here it goes.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking. You know what's coming up, right?
I think so. Yes.
Sugar now. All right, let me see if I can share the screen.
The Mariners will be sleepless in Seattle tonight.
Yeah. Oh, you were waiting for all day to say that, weren't you? Oh yeah, hang on. Here we go. There we go. This is new tradition. That's a brass bonanza, but all right.
Wow.
It's the song. It's you guys. Can anybody hear the song? No.
Oh,
You gotta
hear.
hear. Okay. All right.
Tell you what.
You heard it?
Hats off to Detroit Tiger pitching tonight. I mean, whether the Mariners are a little stale from the week off or not, that's a hell of a good lineup. And
Thank you,
3-2
Tina.
win in 11 innings, pretty damn impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hopefully everybody heard the brass bonanza, but hold on. Let me do the shot for everybody here. Cheers. Cheers to a Tiger victory.
Cheers.
Oh. Walter's like, I'm hammered. Yeah. Thanks, everybody. Tina, thank you for tuning in for the first time. Everybody, Tigers win. The pressure is on Seattle, and Seattle has not made it to the ALCS since 2001. Let's continue that trend. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll do a stream tomorrow, and never in doubt. Cheers, everybody, and we'll be back tomorrow. Final score: Tigers 3. Play the song. Oh, I played it already. I played it. So there's a chance tomorrow, and this is it's exciting. This is a
it's just so monumental to walk into that stadium and steal game one.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, and the Tigers get it done, and this is the game tomorrow. I think is at 8:00, right?
I think that's right.
Yeah. So, yeah. Thanks, guys. Thanks, everybody. Again,
thank you, everybody.
We'll see you tomorrow night. And Chris will be on with us tomorrow. But keep it close. Keep it close, everybody. Have your drink of choice, whether you don't drink or not. It could be anything. And I'm trying to find the. I'll have no. I have to play it. We have a tradition here. We have a certain thing we have to do, and I can't find it now. Oh, you know what? See, I'll go back to this. Okay, there it is. All right. I might go back to my other screen. All right. Keep it close, everybody. Have a good night.